Hello, 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 Coolers. How are we all doing? How are we all feeling? It's Champions League night. It's the quarterfinals. Barça against Borussia Dortmund, looking for the first semi-final since 2019. We're 2 games away from it, 4 games away from, well, that final game. Let's hope we can be in it, but let's take this game by game. First leg of this quarterfinal of the Champions League. It's a big, big night. We're excited about it here on Barça One. How about you? Let's go to the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic, where Matt Brau can give us Barca's lineup.
Hi Robert, how are you? Good evening from Estadio Olympic, Luis Companys. Finally the day has arrived. The first leg of the quarterfinals, Barça-Borussia Dortmund. I am very excited for tonight's game, and I think that all the Barça fans has to be very excited. Finally, we are here in a very important game, and we want to get a good score for the next game in Dortmund next week. We have the lineup for tonight's game with 3 changes between the last lineup against Betis and tonight. 1 new player at the back, Íñigo Martínez, 1 new player at the midfield, Fermín, and 1 new player at the front, as Rafinha is. So let's go. Barça today will play with Wojciech Szczesny at the goal, with Alejandro Valde as a left back, Koundé as a right back, with Íñigo Martínez back to the starting 11 next to Paco Garcia as the centre backs, with Frenkie de Jong today the captain, next to him Pedri, and Fermín will play as an attacking midfielder instead of Gavi. And then the trident is back with Lamine Yamal at the right, with Rafinha coming back instead of Ferran Torres at the left, and Robert Lewandowski, a former Borussia Dortmund player, will be today our number 9.
There you go. There is the lineup to face Borussia in this first leg of the Champions League quarterfinal. What are your thoughts? What do you think about the lineup? Let us know on the live chat. You can rate it from 1 to 10, 10 being the highest score, 1 being the lowest. Those are the 11 players that Hansi Flick has picked for tonight's game. Joining me here in the studio, Spencer Siegel, Alex Ibaceta. How are we doing?
How are we doing?
Excited.
Very.
Big day today, as is just about every game the rest of the season, but especially today.
Nervous but good.
Looks like the Benfica tie was a lifetime ago.
Which one?
Yeah, that's true. The last one, which...
The tie.
The tie in general. Yeah.
That does... There's so many things that have happened in between. For us, other teams, other competitions, that it does feel like a long time ago. But it's here, it's finally here. This month is a big one for us. Copa del Rey final at the end of the month, but first, 2 Champions League matches. Important, nervous.
I've had like the tingles all day long, those butterflies flying in my stomach all day long.
Have you?
Yeah, I have.
I feel good.
Very romantic.
I'm feeling good, but I'm feeling more excited than nervous about this. And I have to say, lineup, high approval rating on the live chat. Fernando Vega, 10 out of 10. It's cold, 10 out of 10. Matthews Young, 10 out of 10. White Caballa, 11 out of 10. Skeleton, 10 out of 10. Be Good, 10 out of 10. Meriam Al-Mufti, 10 out of 10. OBN Spooky, Arsenal 1. Yeah, we know. Boy, 10 out of 10. Echoes, 10 out of 10. I mean, it's all 10s for this lineup.
Yeah.
Some 11s. Munza FS going 8.5. Why? But yeah, Hansi Flick going once again with Lamine Yamal, Rafinha, and Lewandowski up front. And that is news because we haven't seen them together, at least in the starting lineup, for a few games.
I think that's been by design, just a little bit, in terms of trying to get everybody ready for the biggest games at the right times. And while everybody's played semi-consistently, we're getting into the period where you have 2 games a week every week. You need the players to show up for the biggest games. Tonight is one of the biggest games.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that's probably onto the gala tonight. Not many changes you would do in that. I mean, this has been kind of the star lineup for most of the season now, and it's been the lineup that's been performing. I think the number 10 position is probably the only one that you can kind of play around with, sort of say, but Lamine, Lewa, Rafinha, those top 3, Ferran Torres has been really, really good, but those 3 are going to be the most consistent, most effective, essentially, especially when you're playing against Dortmund, that we've played against them this season already, and that it went really, really well. No, onto the gala, 10 out of 10 for me.
Of course, also important, the return of Íñigo Martínez into the lineup, and he is in fact one of our possible choices for key player tonight. Returning to the lineup, Íñigo Martínez, after missing the last game with a minor injury, bit of a nagging issue there that he had. Íñigo Martínez, option 1. Fermín starting in that number 10 role that you were saying, Alex, instead of Gavi today. Fermín is option number 2, and Rafinha returning to the lineup and top scorer in this Champions League for Barca.
I'm going to go...
in general.
I mean, Rafinha.
Yeah.
I think I've trusted him so far this season for a lot of Champions League games. His Champions League performance this season has been outstanding between hat-tricks, winning goals against Benfica. I think he's the one that's going to show up tonight. I think everyone's going to show up, but if there's one player that I have to pick from those three, it's going to be Rafinha.
I think if we're talking key players, I mean like X factors, of those three, Fermin for me is the one who hasn't played the role that he's being asked to play tonight as much. So it's about how well he can assimilate to that role. He's been great for the last 2 seasons playing whatever role he's been asked to play. But tonight's a big one because I think for the first 45 minutes especially, Barca need to come out with everything they have. And yeah, they'll stay sturdy at the back, but they need Fermin in the midfield next to Pedri to make things function moving forward, get it to the front three, and get some goals on the board.
I agree, basically, because we've seen what Rafinha can do. We've seen how Íñigo Martínez can lead that defensive line. And in the absence of Dani Olmo,
Right.
that behind the striker position is the one that, well, we've had more options in with Gavi, with Fermin, and Fermin is the X factor today to me. For Chao, it's option number 3, Rafinha, Langini, Sikasana going 3, Rafinha as well. It's Cold going 2, Fermin, Cobrajan going 3, Rafinha, Imposter 2.0 going 3, Rafinha as well. And Alia is also saying Rafinha, and Clayet says number 4, Frankie, who could also be important,
Yeah.
of course,
Yeah.
in the lineup today. Marbrau got to talk to Hansi Flick just a few minutes ago, so let's go and hear what our head coach had to say.
As usual, before a Barca game, we are with our coach, with Hansi Flick. Hansi, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening. I'm good, thanks. You?
Fine. A little bit excited. The same as Barca fans. I don't know if you noticed that today is a very different day for the Barca fans, and I want to know if it's a different day for the team.
Of course, it's quarterfinal. It's something special in the Champions League, best competition in the world, and I think quarterfinal against Dortmund is a tough task for us, but I think we are good prepared, but we also have to see that Dortmund has really fast players, and we have to be ready for that.
2 new players in the lineup between the last game and today. Íñigo Martínez is back, as you said, after the game against Betis, also Fermin and also Rafinha, but you said that you are confident in all the squad.
No, of course, everyone in the team, so also the guys on the bench have the confidence. I believe in everyone. They can help us, and also for us important to bring new fresh legs in the second half, so we will see.
To the last one, what kind of Borussia do you expect? Finally, they play Brand as an attacking midfielder, and then 3 forwards, Giddens, Girassi, and Adeyemi. So do you expect a very offensive team today instead is the first leg?
Yes, of course. They try to attack our, back behind our last 4. So we have to be really prepared for that.
Thanks and good luck, Hansi.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Our coach talking with us, analyzing Borussia Dortmund's lineup, and of course, keep confidence with Barca's squad.
We have to be fully prepared, says Hansi Flick, for everything. We know what can happen in the Champions League. One bad night can ruin everything. So let's be fully prepared for that. A quick mention to Inside Barca 24-25, the documentary series that you can find on Barca 1 following all of the events of this season, with inside footage and exclusive interviews with the players. Episode 2 dropped last week, so if you've missed it, go check it out on Barca 1. You've got interviews with Rafinha and Íñigo Martínez, footage of the Supercopa, of the Benfica win. So much good stuff on that episode 2. You can also go back and watch episode 1 as well if you would like. Borussia Dortmund's lineup. This is the starting 11 put out there by coach Niko Kovac. On your screens right now, with Kobel in goal, Ben Sebaini, Anton, Emre Can and Ryerson at the back. In Mecha and Chukwuemeka in midfield, Adeyemi, Brandt and Gittens as the attacking midfielders, and their top scorer in the Champions League, Girassi, scored 2 against us. Borussia, a team that can be sort of like misleading, because you think of them as the Champions League finalists last season, you also think of them as the 8th team in the Bundesliga this season.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I mean, you can't take any team at this stage of the Champions League for granted. You have to treat everybody seriously. But it is kind of like playing the Celta Vigo of the Bundesliga right now, based on where they're at in the table. I wouldn't put it past this team, though, to come out and surprise people. Barça have been surprised at Montjuic previously this season by teams much lower in the table in La Liga, so they have to be prepared. I know that Girassi has been good. I'm really looking at Brandt and Adeyemi to see where they come into play in terms of they will sit back and try to make sure that they don't let anything through, and then they hit us on the counterattack last time. Is that what's going to happen today? Barça have to be really careful when they're caught out in possession. Exactly.
It's when Barça keep the opponent contained in their own half, leaving themselves exposed at the back. That's when Borussia can hurt us. We saw it in that game in Dortmund. What worries me the most, Alex, of this game is we're playing against the 8th team in the Bundesliga this season.
Yeah. Dude, like mentally, is that going to affect?
Yeah.
I think
maybe not so much for the team. It's just the atmosphere in general.
Yeah, I think probably, especially because we already beat them this season in the Champions League as well. Mentally, it could be kind of, let's not get complacent. Yeah. Let's not, think that this is going to be an easy game. But I think historically, and I think the experience that we have on the team, even the youngsters are going to be excited for this. But, the most experienced players, I think, especially having a captain like Frenkie de Jong and Rafinha, they're not going to let the team get complacent, because at the end of the day, it's the Champions League quarterfinal, and you can't get complacent. Even, at the end of the day, Dortmund have had better recent Champions League history than we have.
Yeah.
And that's the reality of everything.
You speak of Frenkie de Jong, Alex.
Yeah.
Mara Brau got to speak to him. Let's go and hear what Frenkie had to say.
As usual in a Champions League game, we are talking with one of the players who will be in the starting 11. We are next to Frenkie de Jong. We have to do it quickly because he has to warm up. Hi, Frenkie, how are you?
Good, you?
Well, how is the team and how are you before to play this important game, first leg of the quarterfinals against Borussia Dortmund? What kind of game do you expect?
Oh, very excited, very motivated. Looking forward for the game to start, and we hope we win.
What kind of Borussia do you expect today? They played with 4 forwards with Julian Brandt, Adeyemi, Giddens, Girassi. Hansi always said that you have to focus on yourselves, but do you expect a very offensive team in front of?
I don't know, let's see when the game starts, but I think Dortmund is a team with a lot of quality. We know their strengths, so just let's start the game.
La última en castellano, Frenkie. ¿Cómo se prepara un jugador para un partido como este? Evidentemente no es el Camp Nou, pero es Montjuic, con la gente a vuestro lado y con la gran temporada que estáis haciendo en Champions.
You guys are having a great
es un partido
season
de esos que te
in the
motiva
Champions
especialmente.
League.
Sí, claro.
Tonight is a great game.
Son especiales siempre.
Yeah, these are always
pero
special
vamos
games.
de partido a partido, queremos
We take things game by
todos
game.
los partidos y es
We want to
uno
win all
más
the
hoy,
games.
pero sí que es uno especial.
But tonight is a special one.
Nada.
The words of one of our best players, Frenkie de Jong, talking with Barça 1 about tonight's game against Borussia Dortmund.
There you go, Mara Brau speaking to Frenkie de Jong, who can't wait for this game to start. Guys, I've prepared a round of Guess the Player for you.
Of course you have.
Yep, I expected that, and I came prepared today.
How do you prepare for
How do you
Guess the
prepare for
Player?
Guess the Player?
By looking at the screen and trying my best.
Okay, well, the theme is past scorers of games against Borussia. There you go. This one's for you, Spence. 2019, 2020.
Oh, Spence, that one's easy, come on.
You're just saying that.
No.
Don't show him the live chat, because I assume the live chat is gonna...
I think I got it. I was looking first at the year based on the shirt, as you said, and then I saw the right arm and where it is, which means it's got to be Luis Suarez.
And the
The
Puma.
chat generally agrees with you.
Right?
And the boots.
And the boots. I wouldn't know about the boots,
Oh, that's a key detail.
but it's got to be him.
The live chat generally agrees with you, Spence.
David Villa. All right,
Yeah.
you're entitled to your opinion. I might have guessed him too. If
You're
I hadn't
entitled to
seen-
your wrong
If I
opinion.
hadn't seen the kiss.
1 for 1. 1 for 1, Spence.
Eh?
Okay, let's see if Alex can continue here.
Oy.
Second one. Who also scored in that game which ended 3-1? 2019-2020 season.
Dios.
Oh, come on, that's an
Honestly.
easy one.
Oh, I love
Left arm in the air? Maybe that's a clue, I don't know.
Did you know that during this game, Lamine Yamal was 10 years old?
That's ridiculous. Actually.
2019?
2019, he was 12 years old.
Sorry, I'm bad at math, I guess.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm gonna say Coutinho, but I feel like that's not the right answer.
It is not the right answer, because Coutinho was not on the
I
Barca
know.
squad that season.
Yeah.
Let's see who's got it right. Shish Chatterjee has it correct.
Dembele long sleeve.
Posta 2.0 has it correct. Gurklos has it correct. K Dasu has it correct.
See, it's the details. Long sleeve. Who's wearing long sleeve?
Nix has it
Dembele.
correct, and the correct answer is
Greasy.
Greasy got it right.
The long sleeve.
Greasy got it right. Final one for the two of you.
Oh, la.
1997-1998 Super Cup. 2-0
Robert,
at the Camp Nou.
oh no, you know the answer to this.
I know, of course I know the answer to this.
Yeah, you do.
I will give you a clue. This is a former Barca player who is currently coaching another team, who played for Barca in 1997. And who?
Team. That's a really good clue.
Yeah. What's his? I was forgetting who's coaching the Athletic.
Got some Rivaldos in here.
The
I've got
Athletic
Eto's.
team.
It's too early for
Athletic
Eto.
clue.
No one's got it right yet.
The
Okay.
Athletic team of Barça. What's his name? That
Right.
they just qualified for the Champions League.
No, this is
Like a senior team.
all right. There's a good answer on the a team that's in the Champions League.
Like right now.
Yep,
Oh.
and that should be the clue.
Yeah. Well, it can't be Unai Emery. Of course. Arteta.
Luis Enrique.
Enrique?
There you go. There
Yeah.
you go. The correct answer is
Teamwork.
Luis Enrique, with a little bit of help from my friends.
Yes.
That's
there
a
we
good
go.
photo too. I like
Yeah.
that photo.
Look at him,
The
Luis
haircut.
Enrique,
That's a
back
good
in
one.
his playing days. What an idol he was. Also an idol, also a Barca legend, and a Champions League winner for Barca, Gio van Bronckhorst, who talked to Marbrau.
4 seasons with Barça, Champions League winner with our shirt. We are next to Gio van Bronckhorst just to comment the game from today and, of course, how is the season for Barça. Estamos al lado de Gio van Bronckhorst. Vamos a hacer la entrevista en español. Van Bronckhorst, tantos años sin decir tu nombre narrando. No, pero muchos años disfrutando de tus carreras por la banda. Gio, ¿cómo ves el partido? Barça, Borussia Dortmund. El Barça está haciendo una gran temporada.
Barça, Borussia.
No sé cómo
It's a great season for Barça so far.
¿Qué esperas que pueda pasar?
What do you expect in
Yo creo
tonight's game?
que Barça es en forma muy bueno, ¿no?
Barça are in
Y
great form.
Es el equipo que tiene que marcar goles hoy, ¿no?
They're the team that needs to score
Pero contra
today
un equipo que
against
está
a team
muy fuerte
who are very strong
defensivamente y
defensively,
tiene que controlar muy bien el espacio
who know how to control the
que
space.
dejamos en el campo, ¿no?
Si miramos las alineaciones, yo no sé si las has podido ver.
Looking at the
En el Barça
starting
juega
lineups,
Fermín, juega Rafinha
Fermín is
otra vez,
playing,
y el
Rafinha's
Borussia va
back.
con todo, porque
Borussia
juega Brandt, juega De Jemi, juega Gittens, juega
playing
Guirassi, no se guarda
all
nada
of their
tampoco
key
el Borussia.
players.
¿Esperas un partido muy ofensivo?
Are you expecting an
Pero
offensive
tiene
game?
mucha velocidad, ¿no? Y
Yeah, it's gonna be a fast
el juego
game.
del Dortmund que está defensivamente muy bueno, compacto.
Dortmund
pero
defensively are very
con
compact.
La velocidad que estos jugadores es
And
siempre
they have
muy
fast
complicado jugar con
It's
contra
tough to
este
play
estilo, ¿no?
against these
Déjame
kind
hacerte dos
of
preguntas del
players.
Barça en general. Gio, el año pasado hablaste con nosotros en la previa del
Last
Paris
year,
Saint-Germain.
you
Dijiste,
spoke
este Barça está creciendo,
ahead of
jugadores
the
muy jóvenes.
PSG game.
¿Cómo lo estás
You
viendo
talked
esta
about the young
temporada? Porque
players.
aquí la
How do you
gente,
see
tú
these
conoces bien a
players?
la afición,
How do you
está
see the
muy
growth?
ilusionada.
Sí,
The
muy bien,
fans are very
porque
excited.
Es un
Yeah, they're great.
campeonato que todo va como pensamos, ¿no? El Barça será el campeón y se merece también.
Hopefully in the
Está
league, Barça
jugando
can
muy
end up
bien
champion.
y yo
They're
creo,
playing very well.
Desde año pasado, los
Since
jóvenes,
last year, the youngsters
están muy creciendo, ¿no?
are growing a lot.
Como jugadores que van a tener mucho futuro en este club.
They're players that
quiero
will have a bright
comparártelo
future with
porque todo el
Barça.
mundo dice las comparaciones no son buenas. Tú viste irrupciones de
People
jugadores
say
jóvenes.
it's
cuando
not good to
estabas
compare
aquí,
players.
Messi, Iniesta, compañía.
You saw
Pero ahora no sé si
Iniesta,
también te recuerda un poco
Messi.
aquel Barça con jugadores como Pedri, como Lamine,
Now
jugadores
looking at
que aún
Pedri,
tienen
Lamine,
todo por ganar y que están
who
siendo
have
muy jóvenes ya siendo
to win
referencia en
everything
el
still,
equipo.
and at such a young age are already a reference point of this team. Yeah, I think Lamine Yamal and Pedri are young, clearly, but they are they are already very important in Barca's game. They will continue to be important moving forward. They're playing with experienced players like Lewandowski or De Jong,
Yo creo es el mejor fórmula para tener éxito.
and that's the best formula
Gio,
to
muchas
have
gracias por
success.
atendernos y que disfrutes del partido. Aquí ya sabes que te
Enjoy the
guardamos
game,
mucho cariño.
Giovanni.
Suerte, gracias.
The words of one of our legends, Gio van Bronckhorst, talking with us about the game and about Barca's season.
A starter in the 2006 final in Paris, which Barca won against Arsenal.
Casually.
Team that,
Well, they did some
Did
things.
well,
they
did
did
well
some
last
things this
night.
week.
Actually, compare the Declan Rice hit to one of his hits in the World Cup,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Left-footed, but
Top bins.
right. Speaking of Arsenal, their former keeper, Wojtek Szczęsny, is our starting keeper today.
You're darn right he is.
Koundé, Cubarsí, Íñigo Martínez and Balde will be the defensive line with Pedri and De Jong in midfield. Fermin ahead of them, Lamine Yamal on the right, Rafinha on the left, and Lewandowski up front. What do Barca need to do early on in this game?
Score.
Simple as that, man. Simple as that.
Don't complicate it.
Gotta just you gotta play your game the way you've been playing it all year. You gotta just do exact. I mean, it's easier said than done, but you gotta go get your stuff because you know Dortmund are gonna try and pack it in the first 15-20 minutes.
Yeah, definitely.
Quick quiz?
Sure.
All right, let's do it.
Quick quiz because
Quick.
we're 8 minutes and 45 seconds away from kickoff.
Woo!
And
Nervios.
Montjuic is bouncing. Right, who has scored more home Champions League goals in 24-25? Option 1, Lewandowski. Option 2, Lamine Yamal. Option 3, Rafinha. Spence.
Home.
I feel like the
Only home.
Yeah, I feel like the trick here is home because my gut wants to say Rafinha, but
He did
you're
score a
not giving
hat-trick
me
at
any
home.
indication. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stick with my gut. Rafa.
Is that correct?
Is it?
Is it incorrect?
Is it?
Let's reveal it.
Go on.
Bingo.
Bingo, bingo. First one
That's
of the day.
not true. I got it right, so I get a bing.
Alex, second question for you.
Let's see.
Let's get that second question on the screen. How many Barca players have scored against Borussia all time? Option 1,
All
6.
time.
Option 2, 7. Option
How are you supposed to know
3,
that one?
8.
Does Mark Brown know the answer to this question?
Matt Brown knows the answer because he came up with the question.
Oh,
Do you
of
know
course
the
he
Well,
did.
you know the answer because it's in front of you.
Yep.
That's not fair.
Can I have a hint of how many times we've played Borussia Dortmund in the Champions
We have
League?
played 5 times.
5 times. I'm gonna go for 7.
Gonna go for 7. Well, that is the
Right answer.
incorrect answer. Because the correct answer is
7.
8.
Oh.
8 is the correct answer, and your scorers are Luis Enrique, Giovanni, Rivaldo, I believe. I don't know why I didn't write this down. Then Messi, Suarez, Griezmann, and Rafinha and Ferran Torres.
That's 8.
This season. That is 8. That
This
is 8.
guy.
Just
This guy.
casual.
In how
I need
many
his brain.
games? This one is for the two of you, and this one is like how? In how many games were Hansi Flick and Niko Kovac together at Bayern? The two coaches today facing each other. They were together at Bayern. Hansi Flick was the assistant coach. 16, 19, or 29?
How many seasons?
It was just one season.
Oh yeah, it has
Then
to be.
Kovac got sacked, and Hansi Flick
And Hansi took over. So
19.
because it's Bayern.
A lot of you have cup games, Champions League, and
Yeah, but
league.
I feel like-
I would go 19. I'm going 19.
I feel like Bayern would have a short fuse on this, so it's not. I don't think it's 3. I'm gonna go. Shut up. I think
I'm gonna
I'm
go
gonna
16.
go with 16. 1.
Okay.
Spence, I have to say, you're on a
Spot
roll
on.
today. You're doing well. You're doing well for Spence. The correct answer is 16.
Screw you guys.
It's not your day today. Spence.
More
It
numbers.
is, but it's not.
And we're going to go one final time to Mark Vidal at the Olympic Stadium for his secret numbers.
Hi again, Robert. Well, as usual, we have to comment some stats related with tonight's game. I have my secret numbers. I want to give you 3 numbers related with tonight's game that you can guess maybe in the Barca live chat what those numbers could be. Today, my secret numbers are 32, 5, and 24. I will give you an extra second just to try to think what those numbers could be. Remember that it could be goals, assists, games played, everything related with tonight's game. Everyone is excited about tonight's game because we want a good result to travel in a good way to Dortmund for the second leg next week. So, why we have to be optimistic? Maybe with my numbers, because 32 is the amount of goals that Barca have scored this season in UEFA Champions League. We are the team that we scored the most goals in this edition of UEFA Champions League, 32, but today we face Borussia Dortmund, who is the second with 28, but Barça have scored the 32 goals in only 10 games, Borussia 28 in 12. So Barça also wants to be, again, the top scorer in the Champions League. 5 is the number of times that Barça and Borussia Dortmund have played in history. 5 official games. The two first were in the Supercopa of Europe in 1998. Barça won that cup. The second time was in the group phase, in addition, 2019 and 2020. A win at home and a draw in Dortmund. And remember, the last time that we played against them was in Dortmund in December. So 5 times, 3 victories for Barça and 2 draws. We are optimistic for tonight. And 24 is the number of times that Barça have played quarterfinals between European Cup and UEFA Champions League since the first time in 160. So 24 times with this edition. In the first 23, Barça have won 15 times and 8 we were eliminated. We have to say that we only passed 1 time to the semi-finals, 1 time in the last 6. So let's hope that Barça will win tonight, Borussia Dortmund, and maybe in a few days we can explain that Barça is reaching semi-finals again.
There you go, Marc Brau's secret numbers. He's always got some amazing stats hidden under his sleeve, Marc Brau. Guys, 9.3 thousand viewers right now on YouTube. Why don't you call your friends, call your neighbors, tell them to join as well. Let's make it to at least 10K. Let's make it a round number. Let's make it to 10K of us watching and waiting for this game. Spencer's,
no, why? What?
Spencer's prediction is wrong.
It's definitely right.
You didn't predict a defeat, I know. Let's change it. Let's make it 2-1.
Come on.
The player's about to come onto the pitch. And guys, on the live chat, please, I would like you
cancelled,
to
Spence.
predict the result. Let's show the predictions. That's it. We got it right. Give us your predictions on the live chat. Let's not cancel Spencer yet, because I believe there's some cool stuff coming in today's game.
I see you, Alia, in the chat. Don't you worry. Don't worry.
Spence, you're going with the least optimistic prediction. I am going with the only clean sheet. I'm going 3-0.
Listen, I'd love to see a repeat of what happened at the Emirates yesterday.
Yeah?
That would be just fine with me.
2 free kick goals?
2 free kick goals by who? Rafinha.
Lewandowski?
I'm just expecting this to be a little bit tamer. I don't know why, I just am. I hope it's not. I hope we get as many goals as all of you have predicted. I just don't want to get over my skis on this.
Okay.
Alex?
Be calm.
I went 3-1. I'm confident because we're playing at home. I personally like having the second leg at home, but we have it the first, so we need to take advantage of it as much as we can. Because obviously, especially Dortmund do have a home field advantage, essentially, with that stadium and the crowd that they have. So I think have as much cushion. I think Dortmund will hurt us, but I think it won't be that bad. But I think we're definitely going to open the floodgates, so I say.
Right, the predictions from the live chat. Malgorzata Widenboschka going 2-1. Eric going 3-1 or 4-0? Hey, you have to commit. Can't have 2.
Can't have both.
Samudi FF going 3-2. Ilkay says, I believe it's going to be 6-0 for Barcelona. Well, I mean, let's stay grounded.
That's what I'm
Luis says
saying.
4-3. FY Football going 3-0. Prince Amonlechi going 2-1. Yukan Awunchi 4-2. Prince CJ 3-2. And let's have one more. Cubic 2-0 for Barca. Question for you guys.
Oof.
What is the key to tonight's game? Strong start, like you said, Alex. Early goal. Concede no chances. That meaning concede no goals. And option 3, goals for the second leg. I'm going option 2. It's not leaving ourselves exposed at the back. No mistakes. No getting anyone sent off. No allowing easy chances. The goals will come anyway. This team produces goals.
Well, that's. Yeah. I agree with that, but that's why I think goals for the second leg is what you need, because you get that started now, and then you can start thinking about a little bit more defensive mindset, a little bit more defensive-minded for the second leg.
I'm not saying play defensive. No, I'm not saying play defensive. I'm just saying. All right. Fine. Be precise in every single action.
Yeah, I'll go for a combination of both. I'll be precise.
Look at her.
I'll do a switch. Take advantage of all the chances that we get. Because we can do a really, really good defensive job, but we can get to goal about 10 times and not score any. So I think it's also about taking advantage of every chance we get. Goals for second leg doesn't necessarily have to be, a high amount of goals, because at the end, Borussia Dortmund are a German team at the end of the day, and German teams don't necessarily like to concede as much just with their natural style of play. So I would say 4. Take advantage of the chances that we actually do create.
Okay. 2 bits of news related to the live chat. One, we made it to 10K. Woohoo!
Woo!
Let's go.
Let's make it to 11K. Eunice Obonio says, bro, it's taking forever. I know, right? I mean,
I'm ready to kick this thing off now.
I'm ready for this game to start. A quick reminder of our lineup. It is on our screens right there. I got the side right. I'm getting good at this. I always get it mixed up. Chesney in goal. Koundé, Cubarsí, Íñigo, and Balde at the back. Frenkie de Jong and Pedri in midfield. Ahead of them, Fermin on the right. Lamine Yamal on the left. Rafinha up front. Lewandowski. Go the live chat with Blue and Red Hearts. We need support for Barca all night long. Blue and Red Hearts, or like the kids do it right now.
The cool kids.
That's how the cool kids do it.
The heart's
cool
beating.
Kids.
Feel the live chat with
How
Blue
fast
and
is
Red
it
Hearts.
beating?
Come on,
It's
guys.
beating this fast.
Is that
The
is
game
that an
has
actual
started.
Is that
This is a representation
as to
of what the
how-
heart is doing right now. I'm like a hummingbird right now. Let's go.
Boom, 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 boom.
Is it going? Boom, boom,
No, that would be irregular.
boom, boom.
And
I don't think that's healthy.
I need my heart to beat consistently.
Oof.
Did you ever watch the movie The Santa Claus in the 90s with Tim Allen in it?
Yes.
When
Didn't they make like 4 of those?
They made 4 of them, but in the first one,
Yeah.
when he doesn't know what's happening to him and he goes to the doctor, all of a sudden the doctor listens to his heartbeat.
Oh, that's
and
right.
he goes, dum, 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 dum. So that
Here
should
we go.
be how your heart sounds tonight.
Is that how your heart sounds, Robert?
Dum, dum. Right, Barca attacking. Here is Pedri.
First
I hope
attack.
not. I hope not. I mean, it'd be cool that
But-
it sounded like the Barca anthem, but maybe not like.
The healthiest
The healthiest.
combination of everything.
No te proteges el cor.
No, exactly, no. No. You can have La Scuto Pete all you want if your heart is sounding like that.
If your heart's sounding like that, your core is in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. Right,
All right,
Barca
this is
in
a leaner.
possession.
What are you doing sitting back? This is a leaner.
No, look at
This
us.
is-
We're
yeah.
controlling the pace. We're controlling the
I know,
pace.
It's Íñigo Martinez with a switch.
No. We're in control right now.
Uy.
Good recovery or semi-recovery.
I
by
wasn't
Frenkie de
nervous
Jong.
all day. And now
I have to say, I was
genuinely,
looking forward to it all day.
really, I haven't thought about it all day long.
You
I
haven't?
think. No, I think because I'm excited about it. I'm not nervous.
Oh, here we go.
Now I'm
Lewandowski
nervous.
inside the
But
box, trying to turn. Yeah, I have to say that I'm feeling very different than in the Benfica time. The Benfica time
Yes.
was like still round of 16.
yeah, Oof. Interrupted mid-phrase as well.
Yeah. Where are your manners? Wait for us to end the sentence, artificial intelligence. Let's get the prediction done. I think it's on like an 0 for 16 right now, the artificial intelligence. But so am I. So, artificial intelligence, what is your prediction for tonight's game?
Well, I'm glad you asked me because nobody ever comes to me. I have to just come out and talk to everybody and interrupt you, so that's what I'm going to do today. I've got a win for Barca, and maybe they're going to score a goal right now, but they're going to get a corner out of it. I figured I would do your job for you, Robert, since you don't seem to want to do it. 4-1, Barca.
Stop firing shots. Stop firing shots. Not fair. I let you finish. I didn't interrupt mid-sentence like you did. 4-1 for the artificial intelligence. Okay. Corner kick to Barca, and that is good news. We have players with good aerial skills. We've got Íñigo Martinez who scored this season. We've got
Is this the one?
Cubarsí as well. Cubarsí. The cross by Rafinha, too high, too long, too far from anyone.
It's fine. We're still
3
First
minutes
one.
played. Hansi Flick.
Hans-Dieter.
Hans-Dieter Flick. Who will be the first scorer? Lewandowski, Lamine Yamal, Rafinha.
Today's a day for Lamine Yamal.
I was literally.
Is it?
Yes. I'm going Lamine Yamal as well.
You're both going Lamine Yamal?
I'm
He
going
had a
Lamine
special
Yamal.
goal against Benfica.
It's Yamal, y'all.
Lamar, yeah.
I'm going to go... I'll go Levy then. I'll go Levy.
Okay.
Didn't score the other day.
True.
Playing against this former team. I'm going to go Levy. He's getting closer and closer to that 100 goal mark as well.
He is.
What's the number? 98?
He's 97 at the moment.
97.
Yeah, 3 remaining.
Hat trick.
Oy.
Right, here is Frankie de Jong recovering the ball
Easy.
for Barca, and so far, so good with the start for Barca.
Very
now
controlled.
Alejandro Balde makes a push forward. Balde inside.
Nice.
Oh, lovely touch for Fermin. Get it to Lamine. Here we go. Lamine's open. Lamine is going to cut inside the shot. Lamine saved by Kobel.
It's so close.
Aye, aye.
It is so predictable what he's going to do because he's so left-footed, and still he manages to get the shot off.
Every single time.
Here's Fermin running inside. The referee tells him to get up because he toppled over.
This is very controlled in the early stages. I like this. Barça are enchufado.
Yeah,
Barca
Frankie.
are extremely enchufado. Oh, Lamine Yamal. Lovely little turn.
Frankie and Fermin are doing really well to recover possession every time Dortmund get the ball.
Yeah.
Now Pedri gives Barca some peace and some calm in midfield. Restart possession from behind with Íñigo Martínez. 5 minutes in, Barca have already had a clear chance with Lamine Yamal. Good save by Kobel.
Got to keep this up.
Vamos.
Good patience.
Yes, Pedri, the switch over to Lamine Yamal. I like that we're looking for Lamine early in this game.
Yeah.
Here we go. He can go one-on-one with Bayern. Oh, Lamine Yamal! Lamine Yamal inside the box. Oh! So close.
No. That would have been so nice.
Where was the angle? Oh, the little elastica. Like Ronaldinho, and then with very little angle.
Yeah, you got to try that at that point.
Well,
took the
I
shot.
mean, Leo was open.
Just over the shoulder of the keeper.
That's real close. You got to give it a go.
It's close.
Really close.
I mean, speaking of elastica,
Yes.
speaking of Ronaldinho,
Oh,
I believe we have a guest.
do we?
I believe we have a guest.
Do
You know he shows up for the big games.
He shows up for the big days.
Where is he?
Ronaldinho, are you here?
Ronnie.
¿Estás aquí? Are you here? Ronnie, ¿estás aquí? There we go.
Ronnie!
Ronnie's here. Ronnie's here. Prediction, Ronnie?
Porra? 4-0.
4-0.
4-0.
Ronnie's predicting a big night. There's been lots of nights when Ronnie's been here. The pass was
Rafa.
4-5. Here's Rafinha.
Rafa. Here's one.
Pedri, Rafinha down the left. He's set it up for Lewandowski! Whoa! Another big chance for Barca. Another big save by Kobel. This time clearing it over the crossbar.
Diaz.
Fantastic start from Barca so far. Pedri through to Rafinha. He made the run down the left, set it up for Lewandowski just behind the penalty spot. Lewandowski shot down the middle, parried away by
Good football. That's good football.
Leo's face is like,
Listen, Bayern did this yesterday, okay? We got to just keep at it because this is football. It's still 0-0 on the scoreboard.
Still 0-0. Keep going, keep going. Corner kick Barca, second of the game.
Give it to Lamine. Give it to Lamine.
Pedri, there he goes to Lamine Yamal, back to Rafinha. Rafinha will cross it in. Incoming cross, Kubarsi went up for it. Lamine Yamal on the edge of the box picks up the rebound. The shot by Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
And I like that he got it off early.
yeah.
Especially in those situations, you got to just take the shot, and if it doesn't go in, at least everybody's back and set defensively.
This question that's on our screens right now was thought of before the game. What worries you most about tonight's game? Guirassy, top scorer for Borussia in the Champions League. The Betis vibes, like trying but not being able to score, and like coming off of that draw, not being able to get it done. And Borussia being 8th in the Bundesliga, which was my pick earlier on. Right now, seeing how the team has played in 8 minutes, I have no worries whatsoever. But
that's my biggest worry, actually.
Having no worries whatsoever.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got to stay plugged in here.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
All right.
I'm guessing the answer would be being able to stay plugged in for 90 minutes. If we're able to do that, if we're able to replicate what we did throughout those first 8 minutes. Wow. Ouchie. Kubarsi.
Head to head.
Head clash. Up in the air with Guirassy. Is he all right? He's up on his feet. He's up on his feet. The referee having a word with him.
But that does hurt.
Shakes hands with Guirassy.
Literally shakes it off.
And Kubarsi just shaking it off, which, without having butting heads with anyone is already making my head feel.
Yeah, that doesn't
wobbly.
seem like the right thing to do.
Yeah, it doesn't seem. Corner kick to Borussia. Let's say alert here. The ball flies over everyone and goes out for a goal kick. And Chesney's in a hurry to get the ball moving.
Are we going counter-attack? Oh,
Lamine
I
frustrated.
think Lamine wanted that.
You're showing the Elastica again.
Little elastic. Alex, do you want to show us the Elastica?
I'm not,
Are you good at the Elastica?
I've never been good at that one. I feel like you would be good at that. I feel like that's a Robert skill.
Just don't make me.
I've never been good at the
I'm not good at
Elastica.
football.
Have you? It comes out sometimes, but
I was
not
alright at
always.
the inside of the foot Elastica, but not the out.
Inside of the
out
foot.
in. Out in, I was not good.
I haven't done this in so long, you guys. Woo. I always miss the first one. See? I can't. It's not consistent.
It is extremely difficult. And,
There you go.
The thing was,
It's like in movement, it's like. Let me not fall.
and I'm going to
Because
exaggerate
when the
this.
ball's moving, it's like.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to exaggerate
It's
this.
hard.
But Ronaldinho's back in the day was literally take the ball out and then back in. I
it
mean,
was like
the length of it.
exaggerated. Yeah.
I was better at the inside of the foot Elastica.
What's
this
the
one
inside
here.
of the foot?
I didn't. There you go.
Oh, like the little.
The little flick.
There you go.
Well, yeah, I see it.
There you go. There you go.
Let's focus on Barca again because here we go. Rafinha can't get to
Not
it.
quite. Yeah, the only one was like he was able to drag the ball so far out.
Exactly.
And it was like.
and then bring it back in.
Yeah. It was literally stuck to his foot.
What a magician.
Bit ridiculous.
Ronaldinho.
It makes no sense.
See what the chat is saying.
Oh. Go on.
Adash says, we drew the last time because you didn't pick up Spence. I assume that means you weren't here for the Betis game. So they are calling you a good luck charm.
Oh.
That's true. I wasn't here for that game.
Where were you?
I didn't get invited.
Oof.
Oh, really? You didn't get invited to the party?
No.
I would always invite
Or
you
the
to
Barca 1 party.
Well,
Doesn't
yeah.
matter.
You? Alex was here. She was,
Did you not get invited?
That's nice of you. I didn't get invited, no.
What do you mean you didn't get
I
invited?
blame Alish.
Yeah.
I would have
blame
stole
Alish.
some food for you.
it's Alish.
You should have told me.
I would have been ready for it.
Kizian Camilleri says, show us the screen live game. Yeah, we can't do that.
Robert won a prize at the party.
I want a prize in. We can't do it. We can't show you the game. We don't have the rights to do it. Only right holders can show the game, and we are not a right holder. I'm
Sadly
sorry.
not.
We do a watch along.
Thanks, Denise. I'm not going to try to pronounce your last name. I really don't want to disrespect you. But thank you, Denise. Appreciate it.
Speaking of not being able to show the game, what did you think of the screenshot I sent you last night?
Out of context.
That was just outstanding. Are you going to tell the people or no? You can. I mean, there's a certain element of troll inside of you somewhere.
Yeah, but I didn't push the send button.
No, you didn't. You just pushed it to us.
It was I was more trolling like the people who send us those kinds of messages.
Yeah. I got that.
Yesterday, obviously, those of us who are Barca fans were enjoying the fact. Careful, because Lamine Yamal played it through to Rafinha, who tries to get around the defence and couldn't quite do it. Borussia clear, and Fermin has it again. So, as Barca get a throw in a nutshell, I was enjoying the fact, of course, that whatever was going on at the Emirates was going on. So I went on to see what our colleagues at Real Madrid were doing, because they have a show like this as well. It's a bit different.
I'm sure they were very objective.
Well, they were being a little bit critical of their team.
Okay.
So they have a show on their YouTube channel, and I just typed up the question, can I see the live game here, please? And obviously didn't send the message, but I sent a screenshot to Spence saying, should I send this? Here's Koundé trying to play it on to Lewandowski. Barca going forward, Borussia defending. 30 minutes played. I like where we're at, guys, although Borussia now looking to make a run forward. Here's Brandt. Adeyemi.
Track down the ball.
In front of him is
Keep an eye,
Barney,
keep an
Bentley
eye.
helping defend. 2-on-1. Ball played back, incoming cross. The ball played down, and Kouarsi with the clearance.
Well defended.
Well defended by Kouarsi.
And Lamine.
And Lamine, good.
Maybe.
There you go, Lamine trying to play it forward, and it is throw in Barça.
Okay. All right.
Only 13 and a half, 14 minutes on the clock?
Yeah.
How did this game leave you? Feeling of chance wasted, +4 and move on. Appreciate the effort and energy.
Number 1, definitely.
You had a feeling of chance wasted?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
watched the last. I didn't get to watch the whole game. The first half I sort of missed, so I missed the good part. But I watched the last half hour or so. Hold on.
There's Lewandowski through to Rafinha. Ball intercepted by the Borussia defense. For me, it was more like a. Okay, yeah, it would have been ideal to win, but let's take the point. +4.
Yeah.
I think it's a little combination of 2 and 3 because you already had the Madrid loss earlier in the day that you weren't expecting, and.
Here, the cross inside. Girassi chasing. He was offside, I think.
Can I get a flag?
He was.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can get a flag.
And I get a flag, please.
Oh, Cooper flag?
Capture the flag.
Speaking of things that didn't go as expected.
Just to answer the question, a little bit of 2 and 3, I think, because those last 30 minutes, man, they did everything they could. Like they just didn't get the goal.
Yeah.
That's football. You know? But they played well. It wasn't like they played poorly in the second half.
I mean, you still appreciate that we're 4 points clear, but
Yeah, Mac
6.
Lumdis says the evening of the game it was a 1, now 2, we move on.
yeah.
True. Here's Balde. Playing it
Yeah,
through to
go get him.
Rafinha.
Go
Chase
get
it, Rafa. Chase it, Rafa. Go, Rafa. Here we go. Inside corner kick.
Corner kick. Yes.
Last touch off of the defender. Good effort by Rafinha. Good ball by Balde. 15 minutes played. I am highly entertained, guys.
Yeah, this is a good game of football.
I feel like Rafinha's gonna. Emily Chan is not gonna be able to last that long. 1v1 sprints against Rafinha. I mean, who can?
Corner kick Barça.
Spence, if you had the opportunity, would you go on a 1v1 race of a sprint against Rafinha?
Against you? Oh, against
Rafinha.
Rafinha. I would lose.
Yeah. But that's the
Barça
point.
taking
Put it in there,
short.
Pedri.
Careful here. Pedri with the cross. Rafinha with the volley now as Bayern, Borussia
Why not?
rather, clear. Careful, there could be a counter-attack opportunity here, and Balde's
Foul.
going to get booked.
Definitely.
No, he dove.
Oh, he dove. No foul?
Okay.
Barca let off the hook here.
Okay.
Let's see the replay.
I mean, he does not.
Referee
like
was
it.
closer than we were.
Yeah.
Well, but there'll be no VAR.
And that's really bad acting.
Let's see. Oh, he got him. Oh, he got him.
didn't-
Yeah,
he
he
didn't
got
get
him in the back.
Got him good.
He got him late.
Yeah,
As
in the-
Balde's-
But that's one that's
Step down,
difficult.
but yeah.
Honestly, that's one that's difficult for the referee to see.
Because that could be a dangerous play as well.
Yeah, but-
it wasn't.
okay, play
it
on.
wasn't.
It was just hard for him to see because
Yeah.
it was like the portion where he caught him was on the other side of where the referee
Yeah,
was.
and it was like very, very small contact.
Yeah. We'll take it. You know what?
fine.
Sometimes football gives you a break.
Yep.
We'll take it.
Sometimes.
I have to say, after the first 8 minutes, Borussia seemed to have at least organised themselves after
Yes.
being
Yeah.
a bit discombobulated with those
Yeah.
early Barca chances. Now, they look organised, they're intercepting passes, they're getting in the way, they're helping each other. Barca's still in possession, though.
Every time Barca do this build-up, though, it does seem to end in something.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of spaces in behind the defensive line.
There's De Jong to Kouarsi on the halfway line. He's going to look for Lamine Yamal. There we go.
Yeah, I'd like to see the ball at his feet for most of this game.
I love the pitch though.
At least to start with, and then if we need to switch over to the other side, he will have attracted quite a bit of attention.
Yeah,
Rafinha
like
plays it
that.
out wide to Balde. Back inside
Yeah,
to Rafinha.
chip it.
With a cross by Rafinha looking for the far post. Corner kick. Ball headed out by Vince
You listen
Sibaini.
exactly what you said, Spence. Are you in his mind? Do you have a mic?
I'm just trying to motivate the boys, you know?
I like the way that...
Ooh. Okay, that
Lamine
was.
Yamal inside
quick corner.
to Rafinha. Cross blocked. Bit of sneaky
That was-
play there by Rafinha, who was
Haven't
going
seen
from
that
left
one.
to right, from behind the goal, and then got himself back onto the pitch as Lamine Yamal was taking the corner.
That was definitely very interesting.
Very sneaky.
Hold on. What are we doing? What are we doing? What's
we
happening?
gonna
Holding and grabbing between
Are we
Yeah.
looking at...
De Jong.
Yeah,
No, so it's a foul?
it's a foul for
It
us.
wasn't a handball in the box, was it?
No.
No.
Because
It's
that's...
a foul on De Jong. It's a foul on De Jong.
I love
Lamine
it.
Yamal.
Wow!
And there's
He was
still-
behind the goal!
Yeah, did he? Yeah. And the Dortmund players are still getting organised.
The thing I'm not sure about is...
Was that off the chest?
If Rafinha is out of bounds as Lamine plays it in,
no,
is that legal? Would VAR have intervened if any?
That's a really good question. I've never seen that even tried before, so I don't know. That's a really good question.
Because if
I would say yes, because
Rafinha steps in right in time,
yeah,
that's definitely
surely
fair play, but
well, not surely, but like when injured players come on the pitch.
Balde out to Rafinha. Rafinha tries to cross it back in.
Like for example, when injured players come back on the pitch and stuff,
they
were off. But then the play doesn't stop, so they're still touching the ball that's in play. Does that make sense?
Yeah, true.
But I don't know. I was gonna say because it's a dead ball situation, it might be different.
Yeah.
The thing that Dortmund are doing much better now over the last 10 minutes is when they get the first deflection on the ball, when Barça are coming forward, they're able to retain possession rather than that deflection going back to a Barça player. So they're getting to the 50-50 balls first.
Yeah. They're trying to play long balls, though, that they're not able, that we're defending really, really well. But they are they've calmed down a lot. But I think this might be one of those things that, I mean, as Barça we do really, really well is that we tire down the opposition.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Emre Can going on those 1v1 sprints with Rafinha down the wing. He's done it well so far, but I don't think he's going to last for 3 more, so to say, throughout the entire match.
You do hope that we don't have to regret those missed chances there.
It's all right. There's going to be more of those.
Here's Fermin to Koundé inside to Fermin. Barca switching things over to the left-hand side. Inigo Martinez is going to drive now. He's found Balde on the left.
Nicely done.
Balde. 20 minutes played, 0-0. Barca have had some great chances in this game. 2 for Lamine Yamal, 1 for Lewandowski.
Dortmund players are really easy to move out of position right now, I think. And we're doing that really, really well.
They're just chasing some shadows.
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal heads it on to Fermin. Let's see if Koundé can get to this one. Maybe not. Spence has it covered. And now Borussia trying to play it out. Well defended by Inigo Martinez and Alejandro Balde getting the ball back to Szczesny. Restart for Barca, and we're already midway through this first half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gone by fast, to be fair.
It does go by fast.
Right.
But controlled.
Controlled, very controlled.
It feels controlled.
Every Dortmund attack we've been able to stop it very, very... Very, very easy is the wrong word probably, but very comfortably.
I'd like to see, for the build-up, a little more Pedri, I think.
Yeah.
He seems to be the player playing further back, as a matter of fact. Not now, right?
Yeah,
but
Frankie's touching the ball quite a lot in the build-up.
Frankie's a bit more involved than Pedri in the build-up, yeah. And Frankie is involved in the recovery as well. Wonderful effort by Frankie de Jong to keep the ball in play. Applauded by the fans at Montjuic. Curious to know about the attendance as well.
Oh, yes. I was stuck in a bit of traffic coming here because everyone was...
going to Montjuic?
Yeah, well, like doing the march from Camp Nou to Montjuic.
Ah.
So there was police stopping traffic.
On my way here, I did see some Blaugrana shirts heading to...
me too, on the train.
Heading to the Camp Nou, as a matter of fact. Yeah, I did think, why are they going to the Camp Nou? Yeah, no.
Oh, that's not a foul. All right, well, the other one was a foul, and that one was not a foul. So
that's definitely not a foul.
Football gives and takes.
It's that time of the year as well when it's like there's sunlight until quite late in the evening.
Yeah.
All pre-game is through sunset.
Little terrazas here and there.
Oh, yeah, Lamine Yamal through to Lewandowski, who couldn't get there, but into the hands of the keeper. They will recover now. Lamine can run.
Hit him. Rafinha! He was in so much space.
From behind. And
Tarjeta, Oma!
There should be a yellow.
Nope.
No yellow for Ben Sebaini?
Well, there is yellow. It's on their shirts.
Aha.
Come on, Jordi, where we at? There it is.
With respect, Spence.
With respect.
Careful of the switch by Pedri, looking for Lamine Yamal, who was inside the box, waiting now.
Koundé, we're going the other way. We're going the other way. That's foul.
Koundé, and that is a yellow for Adeyemi. A yellow for Adeyemi and a dangerous set-piece opportunity for Barça here. Look at that. Oh,
did he grab his hair?
Did he tug his dreadlocks? Looks like he did.
I think so.
I think he did.
That's that's not very nice.
It's not very nice, especially coming from someone who's got like an afro. Who could just easily be
this is dangerous, huh?
fouled in that way.
Yeah.
This is interesting, yeah. Firmino's going to cross it in, yeah.
Okay. Second post.
Got Rafinha ahead of him.
Interesting.
There's Lewandowski.
Sneakily moving into space
Second
there.
post,
the long
yeah.
cross by Firmino. Ivo Martinez heads it. Cubarsí, come on! Set up on the drawing board. Íñigo Martínez de Cubarsí.
Second
Barça
post.
take the lead.
Look at that big smile on his face.
Beautiful. Woo! Beautifully designed. All smiles on the Barça players' faces. And Cubarsí scores. Fermín with a cross. Íñigo back in. Cubarsí gets a touch.
Cubarsí.
1-0 Barça. Cubarsí. Cubarsí.
Wait, did that go in? It might have been Rafinha, eh?
No. I hope it's not.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think it's
Rafinha on the line,
Rafinha.
and it might be offside. Rafinha. Might have touched it, and he might have been offside.
He definitely touched it before it went over the
Yeah.
line.
I don't know if he was offside
So it's
though.
not Cubarsí.
Yeah,
It's not. It wouldn't be Cubarsí's goal. He didn't need to touch it, and that could be a
need to
real
touch it.
problem. Let's see. Oh boy.
Oh, it's going to be ruled out, I think.
Oh boy.
You need the lines for that, but he didn't need to touch
I
that.
think it's going to be ruled off.
Oh, that's a
The
problem.
sad thing is that Rafinha didn't need to touch it.
No, he knows it.
Just such a silly thing. 26th minute.
You should have let
Goal
that
being
go.
checked.
Now we're just waiting.
Yeah, I think that's offside.
I think it's going to be off. Oh, show us. Oh, it's a goal! Vamos!
Vamos!
Oh no, you can't Cubarsí because it's
Ra-
Rafinha.
Vamos!
It's Rafinha. 1-0 lead.
It's Rafinha's goal, I guess.
Rafinha.
Works for us. It doesn't matter who scores it.
Yeah.
It's 1-0. I guess we'll get the replay there. 1-0.
Vamos!
No offside.
Why don't we celebrate with some blue and red hearts? to
Like the
support
cool
Barça?
kids.
Like the cool kids do. Like the old kids do.
Ole, are they on a yellow and doing that kind of stuff? Look at that.
Give us some blue and red hearts to celebrate. Barca's got we're 1-0 up. And I guess, the foul on Fermín, who's still down.
Yeah, it was a nice little stomp.
It's being looked at. Just referee just said.
Because that would be a second yellow.
Well, you can't look at a
You
second
can't look
yellow,
at a
but
second
it
yellow.
could be a straight red.
Look at a straight red. I don't feel like that's necessary.
Wait, he wasn't given the first. Who was given the first yellow card? It wasn't Adeyemi then.
Was that Amy?
He had been
Kunde,
given-
wasn't it? Yeah.
He'd
But
been given the first yellow.
They just gave him a yellow. And
Okay, so we're getting the replay.
this is the semi-automated
Incoming
offside.
cross.
Bam, bam.
Cubarsí touches.
Oh.
Oh, there's a defender on the far side.
Oh,
Thank you.
it wasn't close in the end.
No,
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Oh.
defender on the far side.
No. Yes. Go on.
Who's been the MVP of the Champions League so far?
I don't know if it's any of those three guys so far.
Oh,
You think?
I think Frankie.
Fair play.
not this game.
Oh,
Of the Champions League.
sorry. My brain's still coming down from the high of it.
Well, I think in between Rafinha and Pedri. Rafinha, the goals that he scored essentially have been so important at the key moments, and he's been playing really, really consistently. But Pedri, on the other hand, not scoring necessarily all the goals that Rafinha has, but he's had. I mean, how many MVP trophies has Pedri had this season in the Champions League already.
He does get it a lot.
For the right reasons, because he is the
Easy now. Easy now.
Wait,
lay it across.
Good
idea. Good idea. Good idea.
He could have driven just a little bit here.
Okay.
The stats per UEFA.
Okay.
Rafinha's been given Player of the Match 3 times. Pedri twice. Lamine Yamal twice.
Really?
Well, that's why those are the 3 options.
That's why those are 3 options.
I also think
Rafinha's had some very cool moments this season.
He's had very key moments.
Very key moments. Scoring 3 against Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
The winner against Benfica. He also scored in Dortmund. First one. Maybe 2.
I think it's consistent. I think if we're talking about the wider scope of the season and everything, I personally think that Rafinha has been our MVP.
I don't see enough blue and red hearts on the live chat. Do it again. Blue and red hearts on the live chat. Fill the chat with hearts, guys. We need to celebrate that Barca has scored. Careful here with Adeyemi. Couldn't get past Koundé. Koundé's going to let it roll out, and it is goal kick Barca.
Yes.
Fill the chat with blue and red hearts, guys. I'm going to go ahead and do it.
Boom, boom. How's your heart, Spence?
Beating kind of fast.
Is it a bit?
In part because of the game, and in part because of what's coming up at halftime.
Oh, is something coming up at halftime?
Is there something important happening?
Is there something we need to be prepared for, Spence?
Listen, Alia is all over it in the comments.
No.
Let's just say...
We should just say stay tuned for that?
Let's just say if you usually use halftime to take a break and go, do other things, don't do that today.
Stay tuned. Leave it on in the background.
Stay with us for halftime.
With volume on.
Big things are happening.
Volume really, really high.
I'm just checking the Champions League website to see that they gave it to Rafinha. I guess.
Hold on.
Careful. Lewandowski with a shot from the edge of the box. High.
No.
UEFA Champions League. Follow the Champions League quarterfinal first legs. 1-0. Paris Saint-Germain Aston Villa is 0-0, by the way, if anyone was interested. And they did give it to Rafinha.
Yeah.
The ball was on the line.
There's a...
Alia says, I stayed for the quizzes every match day.
Obviously. I don't doubt Alia's loyalty. I'm talking about others who should stay. I saw a username that said, just a Madridista.
Yeah.
And because we're kind on this program and we love everybody, the Madridista said, can you do a shout out to my grandpa?
Yeah?
Hello, Madridista's grandpa. We're glad you're with us.
Yeah? We welcome everyone.
Everyone's welcome.
Everyone's welcome on this show, but like Maribra would say, with respect.
With respect.
With respect, always.
Jordi's on top of it today. Yeah. Jordi's got it covered.
Do it again, Maribra.
With respect. With respect.
Always, on the live chat,
Always.
please. We welcome everyone, whoever you support, but with respect. And with blue and red hearts. Well, what will the score be at halftime? I want it to be 2-0. I want it to be 2-0 at halftime.
I'll take 2.
I'll go for 2 as well. Go on, one more.
What's Ronaldinho's mood?
Ronnie. Yeah, Ronnie, how we doing?
Ronnie, you good? Ronaldinho? Ronnie?
Ronaldinho's... Ting, 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 ting,
Wait a minute,
ting,
wait a
ting,
minute.
ting. Hold on.
Attack.
Ronaldinho's happy? Are you happy, Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho's good.
Levy.
Careful here.
Yeah. I love when Ronnie gets into it. When Ronnie's got the moves going. Yeah.
There you go. Ronaldinho always here for the important nights, eh?
Big nights.
Ronnie
Big
shows
nights.
up for big nights.
Yep.
5 goals?
I've also been told he's not the only one in attendance today.
Ooh.
Again, halftime.
Well, Greasy's in attendance.
Yes, I was talking about cardboard faces, but yes.
Yeah, but Greasy's here.
Yeah.
Show
Yeah.
Greasy.
No, we
Show
like
Greasy.
we
No,
like
he looks.
Greasy.
Where's
Greasy?
He's over there. In his little
Greasy.
corner.
Oh yeah, Greasy's chilling.
He's
Greasy's
chill.
chilling, watching the game.
He's chill. Oh.
Oh, Lewandowski got hit in the face. But the referee says play on. Careful with that ball played through to Girassi Adeyemi.
Oi,
Blocked by
Koundé.
Another chance here for...
Oh, Kubarsi, nicely done.
Lewa still on the floor.
So this is Rafinha and Lamine.
Here's Lamine Yamal
2v4.
Lamine Yamal's going to go into the middle.
Oi,
Oh, what a pass to Rafinha. Here we go. Go Rafa, go Rafa, go Rafa.
No.
Nice pass by Lamine Yamal. Rafinha had to stretch out, couldn't finish it.
Good action.
2v4 and they still beat.
What a pass from that
What
kid.
a pass. Wow.
Just a little bit too long for Rafinha.
He couldn't get the good contact
Throw
on it.
himself down.
A shame.
Minute.
What a pass from
Rafinha scored the goal. Took it away from Kubarsi. Stole it from Kubarsi.
I mean,
Careful
with
here.
one pass.
Balde comes across.
With one pass, Lamine literally beat 4 defenders.
Yeah.
With one pass.
It was 2-on-4.
Yeah. And he went across all 4. Ridiculous.
Gotta stay plugged in for the next 10 minutes for Barca in this half. Can't let anything silly happen right now.
By the way, what we didn't talk about, because we got caught up in the will it count, will it not count, the goal.
Oh.
Ronnie's come join us.
Okay.
Hi, Ron.
Hello.
Ronald.
Right. Exfoliated?
Do you feel exfoliated?
Well,
Is that beauty care? Ooh.
there you go. That's more,
That's more like
what we're
it.
used to. We got caught up in the will it count, will it not count goal.
Okay.
The setup for that goal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking for Inigo at the far post, then him heading it back
Yeah.
in, Kubarsi getting onto it. A goal that was designed on the drawing board. Careful, Girassi there.
Oh
didn't
my
connect.
goodness.
Oh my god.
No, I think, well,
Thank
I
God
think it
he
would have been
missed
I think it would have been
offside.
offside.
I don't think so.
It's just as well that Girassi squandered the opportunity.
I didn't see it as offside.
The assistant
Let's see,
referee was about to play some type.
No, it was
No.
not offside.
No.
Thank you, Girassi, for that one.
Woof,
Yeah.
That's a gift.
That is
Absolute gift, and that is why you need to look for a second goal.
yeah. Okay.
Foul by Balde there, high up the pitch.
Forget a second goal. This is a long, two-legged tie.
Aston Villa have scored against PSG.
Have they? Unai Emery.
Watch it be like Marco Asensio. See.
Unai and Marco playing against their former team.
Yeah.
See who gets their first place.
Who's gonna be? It's probably gonna be like John McGinn. Or
Morgan Rogers
Morgan Rogers.
from Yuri Tielemans.
Ooh.
Right, so Aston Villa right now winning at the Parc des Princes.
Nice pronunciation.
Yes. Yes. I think that's the first time that French has been spoken here on Barca Live.
Oh no!
Wow. On parle
said other-
français.
Good.
On parle français.
No, we used to pronounce Clément Langlais
petit-
properly.
Crème.
True.
Un croissant.
Koundé.
Joukoundé.
Koundé. Un croissant.
Franck Cassier.
Franck Cassier, but he's not French.
But he speaks French.
But he speaks. Shout out to all the French watching us.
And
Raise your
Antoine
hand on the live
Griezmann.
chat if you are from France.
Does
Or if you
Greece-
speak French.
Does
If
Greasy
you're
speak
s-
French?
If French is your primary language, and
Then
if you're
hello
watching
to
from
you.
France,
Bah,
raise your hand.
je parle beaucoup de français dans le boulevard de Camp Nou.
Oh, oui.
Oui.
Right. 37th minute.
Pas oui là.
Now I finally get what that means. Finally there.
You've learned it.
It means wake the hell up.
You know what I don't get on the live chat?
What don't you
Why
get?
people are so obsessed with this? Wait a minute, because Betty's had a nice little
Oh.
turn here, and
Okay,
Yuri is
okay.
going forward. And
Yeah.
he's going to find Lamine Yamal on the right. Lamine Yamal could take the shot. Oh, he
Oi.
could go for the cross.
Okay,
Lewandowski's
okay,
gonna
Lewa.
bring it down after a rebound, and Borussia will play it out nicely. As a matter of fact.
Oh, thank you,
referee.
Thank you, referee.
Thank you, ref. We'll take that one.
He
He should give
really
himself
tried.
a yellow card for
I was
stopping
gonna
a
say,
potential
that was like-
counterattack.
I think the best part was
Yeah.
that he genuinely tried to get out of the way for that. And he ended up touching the ball like 5 times.
Temps says, can I get a shout out? Shout out to Temps with a Z, with a Z. Shout out to you. Are you a Boz supporter though?
Oh.
Where are you watching us from, Temps?
It's
What
nice
time is it where
defensive
you're watching
intervention from the referees.
You know what I don't get?
What?
Did
Is on
you see
the,
Hansi's? Wait, did you see
on the
Hansi's?
chat.
Robert, if I do this to you, what does that mean?
Careful. because we should have played the cross
Oh, it's
into
fine, it's
Chesney.
If I do this to you, what does that mean?
Okay.
Pass the ball.
Take the ball, pass the ball. Pep Guardiola.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you not understand?
Why on the live chat in 2025
Okay.
there are so many Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi comments? Most of them like disparaging.
We've
either
settled
one or
that
the
argument,
other.
haven't we?
Why? Just
Move
focus
on.
on the now.
Move on.
Why do we have to hate? Mind-boggling to me.
It is.
Why do you find it entertaining to go Penaldo or Pessi? I don't know. Careful here. Borussia Dortmund.
Oui.
Getting closer to our box than they have
Yes.
in
Frankie
any other
de
moment in
Jong.
the first half. But now
Rafinha.
Barca can hit
Hit him.
in transition.
Yes.
Lamine through to Rafinha. It's a 2-on-3, but Rafinha's got the ball. Here's Rafinha.
I trust
Rafinha,
Rafa.
Lewandowski in the middle.
Go,
Rafinha
go,
put it in.
go. No,
Rafinha inside
no, no,
Lewandowski.
no,
Lewandowski can go.
dispara.
Acrobatic finish.
Dispara.
We went for the complicated option.
You're speaking
It
Italian
would have
now?
been-
Dispara là.
Dispara!
Dispara.
Amore!
It would have
Ciao,
been beautiful.
velo, per
Oh, see,
favore.
now I shouted out temps, and I've got Abosede, Faparusi, I've got Edward, Adu, Opoku, I've got Fang Aep going, can I get a shout out? Shout out to all of you.
Hello,
Shout
everybody.
out
I
to the
can't shout
chat.
out everybody though.
Shout out to the
Sorry,
chat.
because otherwise I can't focus on the game. But shout out to all of
Shout
you
out
guys
to the
watching
chat.
us
Oi,
today.
Dortmund.
There's a chance for Borussia, blocked by Kuku.
Go get the
Kouassi
ball.
second chance into the hands of Chesney. Kouassi. 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 Nice block.
I want to say shout out
Borussia
also.
getting too close for my
Yeah.
liking.
Oh!
Bit of a handball.
Rafinha should have shot. That he was
Yeah.
literally at top of the box.
If he was
alone.
on his left foot, he would have done it without thinking.
Yeah, but he was so free. Just do it on your right. You're inside of the box already at that point.
Khabib 121 says, can I get a shout out, please? Can I get some blue and red hearts, please? Can I get some support for Barca? Because I think we need it right now.
Robert, but can we watch the game
Yeah.
on the stream?
Put my phone down. I can't give shout outs to everyone. What I can ask you to do is to support Barca with those blue and red hearts. Do it. Do it like the young kids do it.
Are you not?
Do it now!
Do it now. Right now.
How do you say it in French?
Huh? Maintenant? Maintenant, I think. Maintenant, like now.
No, but like, do it.
Feruara.
Fizuara in Catalan, of course.
Feruara.
Okay.
Català correcta, passa-ho.
Yeah,
do you say it in
exactly.
French?
Català correcta.
Hazlo.
Feruara.
Oi.
Is Lamine Yamal running forward and inside now,
Fela.
slowing down.
Fela, I think.
Fila.
Easy. Let's. You know what? Actually.
Dans le chat.
That was a shot.
Okay, while you guys are speaking French, we need to just have a little bit more control right now.
Tu parles pas français.
I could, but I choose not
Est-ce
to.
que tu comprends le français?
Yeah, but I don't want to.
Here's Frankie de Jong. Also now.
Speaking of the French, I think PSG scored the equalizer.
Oh, okay.
I saw there
thought
in
you
the
were going
chat.
to say, speaking of the French, Frenchie de Jong. That wasn't even a good one. Please don't do it.
Do it. Do it.
Please don't. What did you like most about the first half? The intensity of the first minutes. Rafinha's on fire. We could win by more goals. I don't like that.
I don't, yeah, 3 is accurate, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
This is good control, though. We haven't had this for a while, and we're right towards the end of the half. Just keep it in between the midfield and the final third. Wait for your moment.
Yeah.
Run them around a little bit.
I
get
think
a
we're
little
using,
tired.
yeah, I think we're using the space really, really well. We're able to move Dortmund players out of the position quite easily, I think, throughout the entire match.
Pedri's controlling too now.
Yeah. I think Frankie and Pedri have been probably the key players.
A long
of this
possession
match
is what
so
we
far.
needed. A
Yeah.
long possession
Yeah.
is what we needed, and we're having it.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can convert it into a chance.
Honestly, I think this game is going to go down to us taking advantage of Dortmund being tired in the second half. They're literally just chasing us around. Every single player. Lamine's getting triple playered. Rafinha's getting 2 players on. Again, Emre Can is 1v1 with Rafinha. I think second half we're going to be able to enjoy quick bursts of energy with Lamine, Lewa, and Rafinha a lot more than we have this first half.
This is a nice 2 minutes now, 2.5 minutes with the ball.
Yeah, sin prisa. And recovering literally.
Nice
Oh,
recovery.
was he
The ball
onside?
played to
Yeah.
Lamine Yamal inside. The ball back to Rafinha on the edge of the box. There's Fermin. Fermin looking to get open. This left-footed shot into the hands of the keeper. Victory Royale says, can I also get a shout out? My name is Harik Rishan.
You know, the more people that
Rishnan.
you give shout-outs to,
Yeah, I know.
the more people
You
are
don't-
going to
you
ask
don't-
for shout-outs.
Snowball effect.
Set your
this
limit,
is the last
Robert.
one. It's the last one.
State your limit.
Shout out to Harik Rishnan.
Yeah.
And Temp says, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make everyone ask you for a shout out. It's fine, Temps.
Apology accepted.
Apology. Well, no, it's not even that. No apology required. We like to shout out our fans.
Inigo.
Be aware that I can't be reading the live chat the whole time. But Temps, you didn't tell me, or I didn't read, where you are watching this from. Shout out to FCB Philippines chapter. I wonder if that's like a thing or something. Shout out to the people from the Philippines and to people all around the world watching this. How much added time are we getting in this first half, and why do Borussia have a ball?
Dortmund don't know how to take a throw-in.
Careful, incoming cross!
Oh!
Girassi missed again.
Girassi is, to say it very blunt, he is not having a good night. My God. That's two clear
served
chances.
on a silver platter.
Literally.
It was by Adeyemi and Girassi.
Oi. I think Inigo
He's far
did
away
just
from
enough to kind of put him off his trajectory to get
Oh,
the
1
end of
minute,
that
that's
ball.
nice.
But my words.
I do think halftime's not the worst thing right now.
It is definitely not.
No.
I mean, I'm looking forward to it at least.
Yeah, there are rumours that there's something coming up. Yeah?
There's something happening.
Something coming up.
I mean, I've been told for the longest time now that I'm a one-hit wonder.
Careful, chance for Borussia Dortmund.
Side netting.
Girassi's hit the side netting.
Offside.
Come on,
It was
Please
oh, no.
let this
Take us
first
to
half.
halftime.
Yeah, let's go to halftime. Have Hansi Flick give them a good talking to, and Girassi was not offside once again. Good chance there of the midfielder, the striker rather. Yeah, I did say to you that you were a one-hit wonder. Then
And I took that personally.
But
You
then I
literally
remembered
did.
that you did have the 44 croquetas rap came out first before the Levy rap. So technically not a one-hit wonder.
Well,
Technically.
I still took it personally.
This used to be our half-time tune, do you remember?
I do, I just didn't write it.
Well, yeah, but you were involved in it.
It's time for another one.
It's time for another one. Spence, half-time. Okay, first of all, half-time. Thumbs up or thumbs down? I'm going thumbs up, but a cautious thumbs up
Yeah.
because
We're only a quarter of the way done with this
we're
tie.
like- we're
so
like-
yeah,
what, like
and we've given away some chances.
I'm probably like
it's up.
slightly.
It's up.
It's up.
It's up.
It's up,
But
it's
not
up.
100%.
Ronaldinho? Ronaldinho says thumbs up as well. Okay, so Spence, is there anything you want to say before kicking it over to Pablo Wolves?
I think just the time has finally come to give Lamine Yamal the credit that he's due.
Ooh.
And should we have people stay tuned even though it's halftime?
Stay here. Couple minutes. We'll be right back. You don't want to miss this.
Okay, stay tuned. Don't miss it. We've got something very special coming during this halftime break. So if you need to have a bathroom break or something, just leave it on in the background because something special is happening. First of all, Pablo Wolves with his halftime quiz.
Well, how are we all doing? Champions League night, big night, of course, for Barça. Dortmund, the first leg in the UEFA Champions League quarter-finals. I hope those nerves are doing okay because we've had a lot of big games recently, and I've got a spoiler for you. They're not going to stop from now to the end of the season. So it's my job in these halftime shows to try and calm you down, to try and take your mind away from things just a little bit, but also showcasing a bit of other Barca content we've got away from the Barca lives for all of you guys to tune into that I know you're going to love. About a week ago now, almost bang on a week ago, we showcased this. Inside Barca, Episode 2, The Team That Never Quits. This is the second part of a documentary series, if you like, that we're showing on the team this season. So it's got all the behind-the-scenes content. This one specifically showcases pretty much from the start of January right up until before the second leg of the Copa del Rey semi-final game. So there's loads of really cool stuff in it, all of the build-up in the Champions League, of course. You know, the Rafinha goals against Benfica in the last minute, of course. The round of 16 clashes versus Benfica, all the league games, the cup games, plus really fun behind-the-scenes exclusive interviews too. So you've got a lot of really good content in there. And you guys may be asking, great, I really want to see this. How do I do it? Really simple. It's available on Barca One for free and in 3 languages for you guys to tune into. You can either type it in on your web browsers, on your mobiles, or on your laptops, for example, if you're watching this on a computer at home. Or what I like to do is have it on the app, on the Barca One app, which I'm going to show you how easy it is to download. Why? Just so I can have it on the go, just so that when I'm on the move, I can watch this series, which I did the other day, actually. So come over to your app store. We've got a little demonstration on screen of how to do it. Type in Barca One. It'll be one of the first things that come up on the Google Play or on the Apple App Store. Once you're in then, it's really simple to hit download, to hit get. It'll, as I say, be the first thing that comes up. You put in a verification code, you choose your profile, and you are in. And on there, you've got everything, all of the stuff that I've mentioned, including, of course, the Inside Barca. So I can't recommend it enough. Make sure you guys get on it. And without any further ado, let's get on with the quiz. Now, a week ago, I did the quiz on this Inside Barca, and I did a few more questions about stuff that you see inside this series. This piece of content, rather. That's similar today. It's similar, but I've also gone to general trivia for the season, or at least the second half of the season for Barca. So let's see what you guys do with this quiz. Question number 1. Before tonight, I don't know how many goals, if we scored any in the first half, or if this player has scored any, but before tonight, how many Champions League goals has Rafinha scored this season? Is it 9, 11, or 12? Before tonight. Maybe he scored a hat-trick in the first half. Hopefully he has. So maybe this question will just confuse you even more, or it'll make it more complicated with the maths back. How many Champions League goals has Rafinha scored this season? Remember, before tonight, coming into the game, he was the Champions League top scorer, if that gives you a hint. 9, 11, or 12? Let's see what you guys think the answer is. I can tell you, in 3, 2, 1, it's number 2. 11 goals for Rafinha in this season's Champions League, and maybe he's already scored more by now, and hopefully by the end of tonight's game and the second leg, he'll have plenty under his belt. Question number 2, there is a part of or a segment in this series that shows the renewals, the contract renewals that Barca have completed in the early stages of 2025. How many have there been is my question. So how many Barca players have renewed their contracts with the first team this calendar year in 2025, so far this year? Is it 3, 4, or 5? 1, 2, or 3 there. Which answer rather, do you think it is for question number 2? Do you think 3 players have renewed? Maybe think about them. Think about the players who you've seen signing the contract at the club offices this season. Like I said, there is a little segment on the renewals in here. Is it 3, 4, or 5? How many Barca players have renewed their contracts? Bonus points if you can name all 4 of them. Let's see how many of you guys can name all 4 of the players in the chat, because the answer is number 4. Gerard Martin, Ronald Araujo, Pedri, and Gavi. So credit to any of you guys who named all 4 of them and got it right. Third and final question then. Of course, as I mentioned, this piece of content is on the games from January up until sort of start of April, if you like, where we are now, of course. Which Barca pair scored their first goals for the club in the game that we played against Real Sociedad back at the start of March? Which duo was it? Both scored in the same game, by the way. Is it 1, Pau Victor and Gerard Martin? Is it 2, Marc Casado and Gerard Martin? Or is it 3, Dani Olmo and Marc Casado? Which pair do you think scored their first Barca goals in the game against Real Sociedad at the start of March? This is one you guys really should be getting. In fact, I think a few of you guys can get 3 out of 3 today. Let's get those answers in the chat then. Let's get the final ones in for today's halftime segment, because in 3, 2, 1, again for the 3rd time, it's number 2. Marc Casado and Gerard Martin. You guys should have got that. It wasn't that long ago. I was on the Barca Live plateau for that one. So you guys, come on, remember that game when they scored their 2 goals? It was a crazy game, and it was a brilliant piece of scenes to see Casado and Gerard Martin getting the business done. Without any further ado, I'm going to show you another little bit of a teaser from this piece of content here. Like I said, really recommend you check it out. I know you guys are going to enjoy it. Trust me on this one. It's the sort of stuff you guys will love. So check it out on Barca One, still available in 3 languages. Let's show you a clip, and then let's get back to the action, the drama in the Champions League. Take care, guys.
Ya me estaba subiendo rampas por las piernas, quité toda la fuerza que tenía y sabía que era el último momento del partido y que no podría fallar. Intenté mantenerme enfocado en este momento y después fue solo felicidad. Bueno, creo que es el mejor momento de mi carrera personal.
Well, we're back after the halftime quiz, and we promised that something big was going to happen at halftime. There are moments in life that you will always remember where you were. For me, that's the Iniesta goal, but for you guys, maybe for me as well, this might be one of those. Songs that stick forever in your head, this might be one of those. No further ado. Statistical is back.
Si, senor. You all know what time it is. Or should I say, y'all know what time it is. Pristine 19 in the house. Let's do this thing. Let's go. He's Yamal, y'all. Let me Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Let me Yamal, y'all. He's Yamal, y'all. Let me Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Let me Yamal, y'all. Now Lamine gets mean, gets clean, looks fresh. He kicking booties with Fermin when they run the high press. So what you're seeing on your screen is certainly impressive. Don't be mad, he's just teaching you a lesson. Messi! He held him as a child. Sounds a little wacky, yeah, it sounds a little wild. You might look me in the eye and tell me I'm a liar. Ha ha ha! And to that I say, it isn't just at Montjuic, y'all. In every city, every barrio, he beat ballin'. Footy hits a little harder in the streets, y'all. Cause at the Bernabeu, only kicking beach balls. Oh no. Say, oh no. Balón de playa, balón de playa, balón de playa, balón de playa. You're gonna cry while he going higher. Don't trust Real Madrid because they're all biased. I'm sorry. I truly could not help myself. Oh well. Cause Lamine got voodoo in his shoe, and you know you can't debate it. Use the outside of his boot, take a seat and watch him play. It carries granite in the blue. I'm determined to convey it. Ain't no other way to say it. He can pop the net too. He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. Now, pay attention. This is where it gets tricky. You all need to focus up with me. Cause he be taking flight. Keep it kinda tight, cause he's kicking with the left, but he's coming down the right. Idiomas! M'agrada ser l'estil. Saps que temo el perill, que poseo teu fil. Idiomas! El balón quiere paselo. Parna es el sitio en donde somos pasados. Nuestro domicilio, que vives en el pasado, que es el mundo de la mi, vivimos en su casado. We didn't do him like that, Hansi. But to you we gotta say danke. We'll give it a kick. He knows who to pick. Who we love is Flick. And before you know it, he whips out his...
With respect, guys, with respect.
Tactically genius tricks, y'all. He's got a squad full of surprises. Like Dani Olmo, and Kubarsi, and Balde, and Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He been doing this since he could barely crawl, y'all. Pristine 19 to the hall, y'all. Back you to the wall, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. Don't wait up. This dude's just getting started. Might as well get used to the 3-0-4. We're gonna be here a while. This is Barça Live 2025. On portas l'escut. Adeu. Adeu.
For the love of Jesus Christ, round of applause for Spencer Siegel on the chat, please.
On portes l'escut tu.
Jo el pit.
Jo també.
Yeah. Do it. I have to say, I'm not up to speed with how the kids move these days. So
Uh-huh.
I wasn't
No, you did all right. You
I
did all
wasn't all
right.
that comfortable
I
with
was.
like,
I mean, I was really impressed with that floor routine.
the spin
Move. I was trying not to hit the cable from the camera.
That was really, that
please
was
round
really
of applause
impressive.
on the live chat. And
10 out of 10. 10 out of 10.
round of applause for Spence. And yeah, it's just like tactical review of what just happened, especially that move here. Here's nice camera work, by the way. Nice camera work, and
Look at that.
look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that. Beautiful. Oh!
Oi!
Oh!
Oi!
Hey, round of applause for Paul, the camera as well. Round of applause for Paul as well.
Hey, Paul. Jordi Albaladejo, producer, eh? Jordi Albaladejo, producer. Let's go.
Shout out to Jordi as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jordi as well. Can we get the question on the screen, Jordi? Can we get the question on the screen, Jordi Corcoran? Because I feel like we have to ask the audience.
Let's ask.
We've not been looking at the live chat. No, not that one. Not that one.
That one.
That one. What are your thoughts on Spencer's new rap? Do we just submit it right now to the Rap Hall of Fame?
Yep.
That
Spotify.
exists.
Spotify needs to publish this.
Do you like the Levy one better? Option 2.
No.
Well, or option 3. Do we start working on a collab with Kendrick Lamar? We can get a list on that.
We need to start designing your logo so it could be the next collaboration on the
Oh, for the
shirts.
Classico.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like that.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get it done.
I think
let's
we
get
could
it
done.
done, huh?
I think we could do it.
Wow. Kendrick is shaking.
Woof. Kendrick is shaking.
I like Lamine as the GOAT. That's a good one. That's a good one.
Alia's like, Kendrick will want to collab with you.
We're going for the Grammy. They're saying on the live chat as well.
Oof. Number one,
Tandika says we're going for the Grammy.
Number one, Catalunya summer hit 2025.
Claude J says Catalunya summer hit 2025.
Yeah. This is like I can see the kids with the windows rolled down.
I can see.
I can see the
We're all
kids.
going here? Okay, I'm being told we're all going here.
Okay, we're coming here.
Why are we all going here? Why are we all going here?
We're here.
We're reading. Temp says 3.
Let's see.
You put it up on Spotify. That's the part of the song that I'm most worried about, honestly.
Why would that be,
Matt
Robert?
Lundqvist says he did it again. A massive banger, bro. Spence, you are a legit rapper.
Allowed me to get a hat trick in the second half just because of this.
Oh, yeah.
I think
so. Jordi, can we cut out the chorus of this just in case Lamine scores? Because I feel like
It's going to happen now. It has to happen now.
Yeah. Jordi
It has
says
to
he's
happen
preparing now. And right, let's get set
players
for the
on the
second
pitch.
goal.
Let's go. Let's play football.
Here.
Come on.
We're playing football. Are we?
Let's go.
I want to play football.
We can play with the ballon de playa.
I like that bit.
Robert didn't.
Well, I'm not. No,
He wasn't-
I thought it was.
he wasn't a
I thought it
fan.
was legitimately good. I'm just
Thank
saying.
you, Ronnie. Appreciate
just
it.
saying. Just saying.
Where'd your face go, Ronnie?
Right.
I think we need another round of applause for you, Spence, for Paul, for his
Paul.
camera
For
work,
Paul.
Yeah.
for Maudi for
Jordi, for
directing it,
Maudi.
and for Jordi for assembling this, for putting it together.
Yes. Kind of.
Everyone.
Next
Judith,
step.
Carlos, Arnau as well. Everyone.
Next
All of
step,
them.
Grammys.
Now all that
Nice work
matters.
behind the scenes as well.
All that matters now is that this game gets won.
Yes.
That's really what I care about next.
I'm so looking forward to going back tomorrow and seeing the comments and the reactions during. because I can't go that far back now. Temp says he gets rapper of 2025. I'm going back a bit. Alia said hit after hit. Wow, Spencer. Lots of applauses. Let's see. Elham Abdelal says incredible, bro. Aloysius Minor, Spencer, way to deliver on your first offering. That was a masterpiece of an encore. Lamine Yamal.
It's so
we can go
catchy.
through the lyrics later to get you some help.
I like the nod to
Oh
the
yeah,
to Lewandowski
I'm going to
song.
need the lyrics to karaoke this.
Yeah.
I know.
I like the nod to the Lewandowski
That
song.
he can pop the net
Yeah.
Careful here. The shot!
Ooh.
Wide. First chance, Gittins for Borussia Dortmund.
Yep.
Okay, so
Okay.
let's focus on the game.
Let's get back to the game for just a little bit. Come on.
Who was the best player of the first half, by the way? Lamine Yamal, Koubarsi, or Rafinha? And I have to say, I think it was Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal, yo. Lamine Yamal, yo. Yo.
It would be kind of weird if I didn't say Lamine Yamal, but I do think Frankie was pretty good too.
I'll say Frankie for you. I think he was probably the key player.
Adash says go on tour with Kendrick.
Yeah.
If he, if he wants to come to Barcelona, we do a little collab at the Palau or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'd sell out Montjuic.
Get Lamine on stage.
Oh, if you get Lamine Yamal on stage.
Why not?
You know, I don't know if Lewandowski ever heard the original.
Lewandowski rap. I mean,
no,
yeah.
I don't think he did.
I mean, your friend was Lewandowski.
I know he had the chance.
And he had the
Here's
chance.
Lamine. Come on now.
Here's Lamine.
Koundé.
Lamine.
Go, shoot.
Into the box, incoming cross to Rafinha at the far post. Rafinha hits it back in. Lewandowski!
Come on!
Lewandowski!
Don't forget the OG! Don't forget the OG!
Oh, Lewandowski! He wasn't offended, but he was like, hey!
We're still here. I'm still here.
Where are we going? Where are we going?
The Tridente connection. Lamine Yamal crosses. Rafinha heads it back in. Lewandowski scores.
Don't forget about me.
He's like, that was for you, Spence.
Thanks, Levy.
That goes for you.
Hang on. We'll play the rap in a second. But we're still celebrating. I thought it had gone over the crossbar.
Yeah,
There was
me
some
too.
sort of weird visual effect.
Let's
here.
just double check this to make sure it's all good. Lamine gets the hockey assist.
Lamine with the cross. Rafinha
good,
heads it back
good,
in.
and pam.
Lewandowski to the top of the net. He heads it into the top of the net.
That's a really nice header from Rafinha.
Yeah.
Nice effort by Rafinha to keep it in play. Lewandowski scores. Fill the live chat with fist bumps. 2-0 Barca. Spence. I guess we have to go to the original.
We got to go back to the original, don't we?
Let's do it.
We pop the net like Lewandowski.
El marcaría dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale el balón que lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovsky.
There we go. The original rap.
The OG.
Fist bumps on the live chat.
Gotta play the classics.
Now Lamine Yamal's going to play through to Pedri, who can't get to it.
Wow. All right. Well, that feels good. It's a good way to start the half.
Temps saying, the avocado socks, I'm not bringing them back. I wore them the other day for Betis.
Oof.
I am actually wearing Barca socks.
Blaugrana.
Look at them. With the Barca crest on them.
I like the stripe pattern.
Yeah.
Because you got the blau and the grana, but there's a little bit of grok in there too.
There's a little bit of grok, a little bit of golden, I think. Look at them.
Look at that.
I'm wearing the Barca socks. I'm done with the avocado socks.
I could see Luis Enrique wearing those socks. You
Can
know?
you?
In that
his
fuzzy
PSG.
picture that we had at the beginning of the day.
Yeah.
Not now. Not now. Now he's PSG.
Alia says, I tried avocado for the first time. It's all right.
Okay, fair.
Okay.
It depends. It depends what you put on it.
Yeah. If it's just like a scoop of avocado solo,
it's not great.
It's not a great.
Alia, make some guacamole. That's the way to go.
Put a little bit of lime in it.
Avocado, lime, salt, pepper, cilantro,
Little
jalapeno,
onion as well.
little onion. You're good to go. You're
10
set.
out of 10. Get that with some tortilla chips. Boom. You're set. You're set for watching us in Barca.
Also, it's
Next
good,
Barca
like,
live
for,
you
like,
watch?
Toast with avocado, a little bit of like
a little oil, salt.
a little bit of oil and salt.
Ooh.
A boiled egg.
Yeah.
A little bit of cheese as well, if you like.
Avocado toast.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, yes.
With respect, but another mistake. How this cannot be a foul?
I thought that we're just seeing the slow-mo replay.
Yeah.
Look at Hansi Flick bouncing.
Woo!
With a bouncing celebration, and Lewandowski going, hey, I almost didn't get there.
Yeah. Because it literally went like top bins. Like the Declan Rice free kick, that same corner, except it was going up. And I mean, 10 out of 10 assists from Rafinha there, to be honest, to get to that ball.
Ooh, 39th goal for Lewandowski this season, 10th in the Champions League. Paris Saint-Germain have made it 2-1, by the way.
Okay.
And this means 98, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 away.
2 more.
2 away. Why don't you just get it tonight? Why not?
Yeah, 2 more, why not?
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, Marbrau just sent the stat through. Lewandowski, 39 goals this season, 10 in the Champions League, 98 for Barca in 3 seasons.
Not bad, is it?
49,760 spectators at Montjuic today, so close to 50,000.
Good crowd.
Good crowd.
Checks out. Checks out.
Lovely day today for a football match.
Second best attendance behind the Bayern Munich game.
Fair play.
2-0. And Lewandowski was fouled in midfield, and we're 6 minutes in to the second half, and it is 2-0. Rafinha and Lewandowski have scored, and let's please have it be a trident game.
Yes.
Please, because the clip has been made. Jordi's done it already.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping for a.
He's already done it.
Lamine Yamal goal.
Lamine
Yamal
Our
goal.
crew is
Lamine
on
Yamal.
it today.
They
man.
are.
They really are.
So I think while Barca are in possession, if you want, I'll give you the quick chorus. It goes.
Okay.
Yamal Yal, Lamine Yamal Yal. Got that
Okay.
part, okay. You got a problem, got a number you can call y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball y'all. He about to win the brawl y'all. Lamine Yamal Yal. It's gonna take a couple of tries.
It's a tongue twister.
Took me more than a few.
Tongue twister. Fair play.
But it's not as easy as we pop the net like Lewandowski.
Yeah, it's a bit.
That was kindergarten. We're now.
We're now next level.
We're in like.
This is second album.
This is like.
Oops.
In the UK, it's the A levels. Here, it's selectividad. What's the test you take before, like, one of your final tests?
Going to the uni before
Yeah.
going to, it's the ACTs or the SATs.
The SATs, exactly.
Either way.
This is like SAT level.
Yeah. But believe me, you guys can dissect the lyrics. You've got them now, so you can dissect them whenever you want,
Okay.
because there's plenty in there for you.
Yamal Yal.
Our social media manager for Barcelona says, Robert, we need to post this meravella, this gem, I guess.
Yeah.
I think that would be fair.
I mean, you kind of have to at this point. I mean, it could easily go viral as well. Is this how Spence goes viral?
Well,
have you thought of the implications of this? Do you want to go viral?
I want our show to go viral. I want us to be.
But careful. The thing is, when you post something like that and people expect it every day.
No, they can get. You know what? They can get what they get.
We set our limits, not like you, Robert, doing shout-outs in the chat.
Okay, I can pull out more. I got more in the tank, but I'm going at my own pace. And I like watching Lamine play. So
Yeah.
that man.
I mean, clear. Yeah.
Lamine Yamal.
That man deserves, at the very least, a song. And he already had one, I was told.
Oh, does he?
Every day we love you more. Yeah. Cada día te quiero más. Who will be the first substitution, guys? I don't know that Hansi wants to touch anything yet.
I was gonna say, what's our bench? Let's see.
We've got Gavi, we've got Ferran.
I was gonna say Fermin.
We've got Araujo.
Fermin.
No, Fermin's on the pitch.
Oh, there was a substitution for Dortmund
But, like,
at
coming
halftime. I
out.
missed that. Who do I want or who do I think is the question?
You know what could
Who do
be?
you think?
Could it be a possibility of Ferran Torres coming in as a 10 for Fermin? Could be an option, but
We're definitely going to see Ferran at some point.
I think we're going to see Gavi as well.
I think we also might see Eric in this game.
I was gonna say Eric Garcia, but who do you take him off for? Because then, like,
I think it's one of those that Hansi, if things are going this way, Hansi doesn't touch it.
that's what I'm saying. Like,
For now, yeah.
you wouldn't necessarily take off Frankie or
You know what he might do?
or Pedri.
Take Fermin off and bring Eric on. Move Pedri forward.
Fair, yeah, that's another option.
So just slightly more conservative.
I would say the only player that could, it's again that 10 position on the team is kind of the most joker one that you could say that you can put in a lot of different players, because right now you don't want to take Frankie and Pedri off the pitch. They're not players that necessarily need rest either. I wouldn't touch that midfield. The back four, don't touch them. Lewandowski, Rafinha, and Lamine. Who do you take off?
With Pedri winning it back. Balde can get
Oi!
through. Lewandowski can't get to the ball that Balde played through.
All right.
And Borussia will clear.
Okay.
Good pressure. Here you go. Lamine.
Here we go. Lamine Yamal. Here he is. Back to Fermin. Gets dispossessed from behind, although Barca will get a throw-in.
Okay.
2-0. Ideal situation. Right now, I feel like that second goal is taking the wind out of Borussia Dortmund a little bit.
Well, this is why you need to keep your foot on the gas.
Yeah.
Because you're at home, and you can't forget that they've got 90 minutes at the Signal Iduna Park next Tuesday. So you gotta go. You gotta just get it while you can.
Take advantage.
Here he is on the right-hand side.
Okay, Lamine.
Back to Koundé, incoming cross by Koundé. Lewandowski was waiting for it at the far post. Barca win the rebound. Here's Fermin.
Easy.
Fermin to Levy.
And
Lewandowski, incoming cross deflected. Balde, back to De Jong.
Recovery.
Good control.
Our recovery from losing possession is probably the best I've seen it this season. One of the best games.
Yeah.
Where Dortmund literally can't string 2 passes together without us recovering possession.
And we've got options every time somebody touches the ball. Which is that just means everyone's in the right position.
I like the patience here as well. Nice little pass through by Inigo Martins to Frenkie de Jong, who turns and passes on to Balde. Balde's going to cross it inside. It's going to go straight into the hands of the keeper.
That was a good idea.
Rafinha was waiting there.
65% possession.
12 total attempts.
Yeah, we've had some big chances in this game.
Yeah. Let's not forget Dortmund have had a few clear ones that we've been lucky as well that they've not been able to capitalize on.
Yeah, the 2 chances for Gyasi in the first half.
Yep, that's a big thank you to him.
Yeah.
Look, Chesney playing it out to...
One interview with Robert and his confidence has gone through the roof.
I'm pretty sure he had it before he met Robert.
Well, yeah, but after the podcast, he's definitely been on top of his game. Nice ball through by Lamine Yamal, headed away by the Borussia defense. They are scrambling here at the moment to keep the pressure. Frenkie de Jong pushing Borussia back. Now Lamine Yamal with the high press on the keeper on Kobel.
Yeah.
He does manage to get it out to Ryerson.
This pressure is just
relentless.
It is.
We've not stopped all game.
Pedri frustrated that he didn't get the call.
I think he's got a case to be made there.
Yeah.
I think maybe...
Let's see the replay.
Yeah.
Maybe it did go off of Pedri.
Is that what you saw?
No, I think Pedri forced the Dortmund player to kick it out, but
it was 50.
It was a human error.
John Muipatai says, "Let's go, Barca more. Let's take advantage at home," and I fully agree.
I agree.
I definitely
agree. The game is in good position, but it is
also
no way over. Let's get as many as we can possibly get. Nice move by Fermin, playing it through to Rafinha. I'm not sure if he was on.
He's on.
Fermin
He's
going,
on.
yeah.
Rafinha cuts inside, and Rafinha forces a throw-in. Guys, should we have some fun with flags?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's have fun with flags. Where are you watching us from? Drop the flag of your country. I did not mean that kind of flag, Spence.
No, Spence, not
You
yet.
said fun with flags.
Country flags.
Ari.
Drop the flags of your country in the form of an emoji. Let us know where you're watching us from, where you're supporting Barca from. What time is it? What are you doing while you're watching this Barca game?
Here they come.
Has anyone given up? They're studying for an exam tomorrow. Is anyone watching us secretly at work?
Okay.
Let us know. What are you doing?
We got UK, India, Egypt,
Jamaica,
US,
Official suave.
South Africa,
Alia's typed in the entire chorus. I'm sure it's already saved.
Lebanon,
That
Georgia.
Temps says Temps from the UK, but is from Spain.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I feel like I know the Tanzanian flag now.
Sweden, Dominican Republic,
Elmir Days from Sweden says, "I just came home from work."
Canada.
You work late, Elmir Days. What do you work as?
Canada,
That's
Mexico.
I saw Mexico City,
Yeah.
which is not a country, but we'll take it.
Yeah,
Switzerland.
but yeah,
No, I prefer people being more specific.
more specific,
Brazil.
especially if you're from big
France.
countries. You need to know
Germany.
like, where you're from.
Yeah.
Edit sport. I'm doing homework. And
Thailand.
Here's Pedri. Pedri through to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal. Looking for an opening. Lamine back to Fermin. Fermin.
Give it to him.
Gonna take
Do
a
something
chill
crazy.
pill and
Do something crazy.
here's Lamine with a little turn. Nice little turn by Lamine Yamal, who's going to pass it out to Koundé. All clogged up a little bit here now. Ooh.
Chile.
Oh, here we go. Lamine Yamal inside. Rafinha gets a touch. Fermin was fighting for it. Borussia clear.
Nigeria.
Now Borussia have a chance to counter here. Although Szczesny comes out of his box and takes a touch and passes to Barca. Look at the confidence
puppy
on Wojtek Szczesny.
Szczesny. Bangladesh. Szczesny.
Here is Lamine Yamal. Nice little touch to bring it down.
That's not the next song.
Oh! Back heel touch to Koundé. Incoming cross by Koundé. Lewandowski.
Oh!
Waiting for it. Careful here. A chance for Fermin. Fermin! Oh! Fermin sends it wide. The Ferminator.
Let's go. Good action. Good action.
So close.
Good action there.
This close. Ay, Fermin!
Oh, he's... Oh, that's a great chance. I think it hit the post. I think it maybe grazed the post. Let's see.
Pedri to Fermin. Fermin with the shot.
Oh,
it did go off the post.
It did go off the post. It's this close.
Nick says, watching from my work.
Okay,
be careful,
fair
don't get
play.
caught.
In the US, it's someone from the US
Lewandowski
says it's
wins it back. Lewandowski's going to drive it in. Lewandowski on his left foot. The shot by Lewandowski, saved by Kobel. Second chance for Barca. Lewandowski with an attempted volley.
That was definitely something interesting to try.
Turn it.
It was optimist.
Oh, great turn. This team's plugged in. There's another one in this, huh?
There is another goal in, and we need to get it.
Who should we take? Who has the most recoveries?
Ooh.
That would be Frankie, wouldn't it? Or
Is Lamine Yamal.
Or Lamine.
Lamine Yamal driving. Lamine Yamal cuts inside. Lamine Yamal taking it to his right now. Lamine Yamal with the cross inside. It's going to get to Fermin. Fermin, shoot, Fermin! Oh, the shot blocked. Fermin with another chance. And it goes over the crossbar.
Ay, Fermin!
Barca pressing. Barca looking for a third goal. Come on, guys. Let's fill the live chat with some fire emojis, some explosion emojis, anything that can get this going.
That's what's happening right now.
What?
Ooh, okay. You've been summoned.
Are playing some beautiful football, but I'm more beautiful.
Well, I strongly disagree.
I don't know. He's not so bad.
Well, we are playing some very beautiful football today.
We are playing beautiful
That's
football.
true.
Random guy says, if Yamal scores, then he should get man of the match 100%. He's leading the attack and taking advantage of Dortmund. His skills are crazy. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. 2-0. Yeah, there we go. Our lovely live chat giving us some fire, some explosion emojis.
I think we need a Lamine Yamal goal just to complete the.
I'm going some
flag, please.
I'm going some magic wands as well. We need some more magic.
Some more magic. We need a Lamine goal to complete the trident hat trick tonight.
What flag was that?
Which one?
I have no idea what that one was. So there was a blue one.
A blue flag?
A blue one.
It said I'm from, and then
Skill issue bacon. Yeah, I don't know where this flag is from. Skill issue bacon. Where is this flag from? Let us know.
Where is it?
It's a blue that I've never seen before.
This
is
one
it
here.
Is
Adosh says next song
wait,
for
it's in the Caribbean.
Careful here.
No, that's in the Caribbean. 100%.
Brand incoming cross. Borussia in with a chance, but Inigo Martinez clears, and now Fermin can run. Let's see. Go Barca. Go Barca. Fermin to Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is going to play the through ball to Fermin. Here we're in. Fermin.
Lewandowski!
Lewandowski!
Come on! Right, one more from a hat trick.
Barca on the counter. Barca score. Lewandowski makes it 2. 99 for him.
Vamos!
Vamos!
This. That right there.
Look at him. Look at him. The 2 degrees of Spencer Siegel. Fill the live chat with fist bumps, guys. Fill the live chat with fist bumps because Lewandowski has a brace right now. On pace for a hat-trick? Who knows? Who knows? You know what we do when Lewandowski scores, right? Spencer?
Are we doing it again? You're darn right we're doing it again. Come on.
Do it. You gotta put the glasses on, Spence.
We pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski, el marcaría dentro un bosque. Bosque, dale al balón que lo enrosque. Rosque, we pop the net like Lewandowski. Dovski.
I feel like we're on pace here to turning this show into a karaoke show.
Why not?
Getting there.
Do you ever watch the show That's My Jam?
No.
No.
Never heard of it.
Some great clips on YouTube.
All right.
Search for it.
I'm in. Woo! All right, 3-0.
Spence. Mauri says for me to just hug you.
Just
appreciate your
hug.
efforts.
St. Lucia. I knew it.
St. Lucia.
I knew it.
Nice
St. Lucia.
I was literally going to say it, yes.
Thank you for
St.
waiting
Lucia.
until after the goal because
Yes.
we were not paying attention.
It was
at that
St.
point.
Lucia. I actually didn't know that.
Eric Cruz says it's 1:25 and is at work. He is at work. Well, the question is clear, right? Kokran, will Lewandowski score a hat-trick?
And get his
Yes, no?
100th.
Two plus an assist?
That's 99.
I'm gonna hold on.
That's 99.
Or 4?
Yeah, we want 4
Let's
to get to
start with
100.
defense, huh?
It's, yeah, focus on defense. Julian Brandt on the edge of the box. Shot blocked by Inigo Martinez. Another shot that was blocked there.
Nice.
And now
nice,
Barca
nice.
have the ball with Lamine Yamal, who was fouled.
I'm gonna say the same thing that I said last night around this time, a little bit later in the game that I was watching last night, which is, let's not get cute.
No.
Let's. Would I love a 4th goal at this point? Let's see. There's going to be a substitution.
Gavi's coming on. Yeah, let's not get cute.
Most importantly now, let's make sure that back is locked up.
Victory Royal says it's 1:30 a.m. here, watching secretly since I have an exam tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I hope the exam goes well.
With
Good
respect.
luck. With
respect. I hope the exam goes well tomorrow. Here's Rafinha.
Ole,
Nice little nutmeg
ole,
by
ole,
Rafinha.
ole.
Rafinha trying to drive inside. Got a little too cute with the second one.
Oh, Pedri.
The assist by Fermin, the assist and the run by Fermin were
Aye.
excellent, by the way, in that
Yes.
Lewandowski goal.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, and it was that understanding between Fermin and Lamine where Fermin made the initial. Hold on.
Careful.
Come on. You got to defend. That's first.
Alia's asking you a question, Spence.
What we got here? Now Lamine gets mean, gets clean, looks fresh. He kicking booties with Fermin when they run the high press.
There you go. There is no way that I'm ever going to remember any of those lyrics. Only the Lamine Yamal.
The chorus is it's a tongue twister. Can you repeat it one more time?
After this corner, because we have to defend first.
We do. All right.
Reika says, I'm from Sweden and doing my homework.
Robert,
watching because I love Barca.
defend.
And Borussia Dortmund have a corner kick.
Okay.
Abrar says, where is Natalie today? Natalie couldn't be with us today. She's back soon.
There's a stoppage. I will.
Emre Can has his hands on his face.
Yeah. Don't know
Why?
Little ruffle, tuffle there.
There's a lot going on over there. I didn't even know where to look.
Yeah.
Me neither. Little sandwich there. Interesting.
I do like Dortmund's kit. It's a nice. I mean, it's
They do have nice kits.
It's hard to do all yellow all the time, so they have to change it up a little bit. I like it.
They usually do have nice kits.
40th goal of the season for Lewandowski, by the way. Do you know who he equaled with that goal in the all-time scoring list?
Of course we don't. Do you know?
Pedro Rodriguez.
Oh, fair play.
Impressive.
I mean, 100 goals in, 3 seasons it was?
All right.
Careful with this corner kick.
Yeah, just get this out of here. No problems.
Incoming cross,
Nice.
headed
No
away
problems.
by who? By Lewandowski.
Lewandowski. He can do it all.
All of a sudden, making a case for player of the match.
Yeah.
Robert
And
Lewandowski.
he scored twice.
He's defending really well. To be fair, there's been a few times that he's dropped in really deep into the midfield to get a recovery in. So
And also in attack.
Yeah.
Dropping in to just be an extra man in the midfield.
Yeah. No, he's had a really good match, both on and off the ball. Dortmund really can't do a throw-in. Every single throw-in has been.
This is the second time I've seen.
This is the fourth one that I've seen. I mean, look at this. I mean.
Yeah. No, that's a great observation because it's not something you're looking for when you're watching a football.
The things that I understand that we let it go so often, but like it's literally like it's a rule. Hey,
all right, gotta defend the foul.
No. Wasn't really a foul, but.
Just a Bayern Gal says, can we please give Dortmund the Valencia goal special with respect? With respect. With respect. Will Lewandowski score a hat-trick is the question.
This time.
Option 1, yes, with a lot of S's.
Right, yes.
Option 2, not today. Option 3, poker. I'm going to go yes.
Poker's not a thing in English, but that means 4 goals.
4 goals, yeah.
It is a thing.
We'll make it a thing.
Poker.
Incoming cross. Schensney catches it.
No, I've never heard that in English.
No, but you want to poker when you run fruit, like the quadruple.
In Spanish.
Yeah, that's true. But I think a poker.
We can make it a.
I think
we can make it a thing.
All right.
We made your rap a thing.
No, I'm
it wasn't a thing before.
Yeah.
We're making it a thing. We're doing a lot. We're starting a lot of things today.
Yeah, we are. Shout out to Daniel, who asked for a shout out.
Yeah.
Yellow card for Girassi, who didn't ask for a yellow card, but.
Venga, Gavi.
Was worthy of one with his foul.
Venga, va.
Gavi for Firmin.
Venga,
Round of applause. Round of applause for the Firminator. Yeah, let's do it. Get up. Round of applause for the Firminator. Making the assist to Lewandowski.
Who's had really good opportunities himself.
And round of applause for Gavi as well.
Yeah.
Who yesterday basically just said, we all don't have a clue.
Yes, he did. He said it in a much better way.
Up to a point true.
True.
Should I still lean?
I'm leaned until the final whistle.
Yeah.
I'm not going anywhere.
That was a bit of a foul, but okay.
Right, just play through it then, I guess.
Look at the results, by the way. Same results 2 nights.
Oh wow, yeah.
4 now.
4 now. Right, a quarter of an hour remaining. And things looking good at Montjuic. Things also looking good for my prediction.
Sadly, I need. Well, I don't want my prediction to be over.
But it's not just. Come on.
Careful
easy.
here. The ball played through to Gittens, who's now attacking down the left-hand side, well covered by Koundé. Barça recovering well defensively, although Borussia still have the ball here now. A little bit of press by Frenkie de Jong, jumping at the player who had the ball. Borussia moving it around. Careful here, there could be an opportunity. Inside, cross, Inigo Martinez comes out quickly to clear, and there was an offside. What did you say, Spence?
No, I didn't say anything.
No, you were saying, wasn't? When I said that was that what you were going to say?
Yeah.
What? Artificial intelligence, what?
Please don't forget about me. My correct prediction is still very much alive.
He did have 4-0.
4-1. 4-1.
Ah, that's right.
4-1 is the Barça official.
And what did you have?
4-0? I had 3-0.
3-0. This is it. You're set.
Yeah, I'm set. Yeah.
I'll take another goal.
I'll take another one.
Yeah, me too.
I'll take 2 more.
Me too.
2 more.
You had 2-1, so you're out.
Yeah,
I'm out. I'm happy to be out.
I'm still in, but I don't want to win.
Yeah. I don't want you to win here.
Yeah, I don't want to.
You were mean to me on the Real Sociedad game.
I'll take the loss.
And I also don't want Borussia to score. Which is your all-time favourite quarter-final of the Champions League, by the way? Bayern 2009, Arsenal 2010, PSG 2015. For me, it has to be Bayern. It was a game. Spence, were you into football/soccer then?
I can't say that I was, but I do like go back into the hit. Hold on.
Hold on.
3-on-1.
3-on-1 for Barca.
There he is.
Rafinha through to Lamine Yamal. Do it, Lamine. Do it, Lamine.
Yeah! Come on!
Lamine Yamal makes it 4-0.
Vamos!
Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the ball, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He been doing this since he could barely crawl, y'all. Pristine 19 to the hall, y'all. Back into the wall, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all.
Yeah. Come on. Lamine Yamal has scored, making it 4-0 for Barca. Nice counter-attack. It was a 3-on-1. Rafinha through to Lamine Yamal. Spence, I think we need to do it again. Do it again.
Can I do the spit on the floor again, at least?
Oof. You're asking a lot of me today.
And Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all.
You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all.
About to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He's Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He been doing this since he could barely crawl, y'all. Pristine 19 to the hall, y'all. Back into the wall, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all.
We needed that one, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Oof.
All I can say is I don't even want heart emojis on the live. I want a round of applause. And
fire.
Microphones. Mic drop.
Mic drop. You need a mic drop.
Microphone. Spence, I'm being told that you should come over.
There you go.
And Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. You
Got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all.
About to win the brawl, y'all.
Look at it.
Lamine Yamal, y'all.
Look at it.
Yamal, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He been doing this since he could barely crawl, y'all. Pristine 19 to the hall, y'all. Back into the wall, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all.
Protect the equipment. Or not.
Beautiful. A beautiful piece of work. Microphones on the live chat because this is a mic drop moment.
Woo.
And applauses.
Wow. Eric Garcia, Ferran
Eric
Torres,
Garcia and
Ronald
Ferran Torres are coming
Araujo.
on. Round of applause
Triple
for them
sub.
as well. Beautiful.
Triple sub there.
I'm going back and looking at the
Look at the chat, Robert, please.
at the chat scene. Lots of microphones on the chat. Shout out to Trinidad and Tobago as well.
Yeah. Put it on Spotify ASAP. I agree.
Just on another level celebration.
We cooking.
We're going to sleep well tonight. Or maybe we're just not going to sleep.
Maybe not.
I need that recorded so I can, if I need to sleep, I'll just put that song on. I'll be the lullaby.
4-0, guys, 4-0. And there's a triple sub. Araujo, Ferran, and Eric.
Pedri off.
For Pedri. Íñigo Martínez off as well. And Lewandowski off as well. So there'll be no hat trick.
No.
4-0.
But there's still time for a manito. Ronnie would be happy with that.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, Ronnie. We haven't gone to Ronnie in a while.
Ronnie would be
what's
happy.
Ronnie up to? Ronnie, ¿cómo estás?
Ronnie's feeling good about himself.
I think
right
Ronaldinho
now.
said 4-0.
Oh, it's true.
He did.
Ronnie said 4-0.
Ronnie did say 4-0.
Look at that.
Oh,
Okay.
it's true.
Staying quiet there in the background.
Yeah.
Shake it up, Ronnie. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God.
Oh my God. With respect.
With respect. One.
With respect.
Oh.
With respect.
With respect. Carlos.
Yeah.
Oh, Lamine Yamal
It was his
is...
birthday.
Oh, that's true.
Oh.
Last Friday. 40, eh? 40.
4-0. 4-0.
4-0.
4-0.
Oh, let's go.
4-0.
He was 40. 4-0. And he's here today.
This win is for him.
It was meant to be.
Something important has happened
What has
since Lamine Yamal has asked to come off.
Oh.
But he's fine, but he's asked for the sub.
Well,
I don't like that at
I
all.
don't like that at all.
No.
Wait a minute.
He's
Happy
not going
birthday
down.
to Carlos.
Yes.
Happy 4-0. But
4-0.
Yeah, I'm a bit concerned now.
4-0. 4-0.
He's not helping out in defense.
No.
What's happening?
He's walking around like he's...
I don't see anything wrong with him.
Careful here, chance for Borussia. Blocked.
Good defense.
Eric Garcia.
Oh, that's Gio Reyna's in the game.
Oh, wow. What a throwback.
Shout out.
Lamine
USA.
Yamal is asking for a substitute. What?
Yeah.
Is he signaling anything?
He wants to come off, but no one's really paying attention to him.
Please be all right.
Oi.
Chance there for Borussia. Saved by Szczęsny. What is going on? If he needs a sub, just
take him out.
Yeah, well, throw yourself to the ground, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know why he's...
Maybe he just needs, like, to change his, like...
Maybe.
I mean, he went like this, but, like...
Did he?
Yeah, earlier. I mean, he's running fine and everything. I just don't really...
Careful here. Another chance for Borussia.
It's well defended. Everything well defended.
Borussia.
Yeah.
And... Our camera guys are having a lot of fun.
I don't know. What's so funny?
It's a good...
Oh, Elfin John. Yeah.
That is funny.
Careful here. Oh, Ansu Fati's coming on.
Okay.
For
Lamine.
But
Lamine's already walking
concerned.
off.
I'm concerned.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's not great.
It's not great that he's... I mean, the thing is that it's confusing because he's walking off fine. But for him to ask for the sub, especially when there's only 6 minutes left in the match.
Well, let's be cautious, right?
Wouldn't it be nice if Ansu Fati made it 5-0?
That would be nice.
Wouldn't it
be nice if we go back?
Why are we not taking Lamine Yamal off?
It must not be that serious then.
Maybe Lamine Yamal is saying, can we bring Ansu on? But I don't know. He is like just wandering around, I mean, right now on the pitch.
I mean, he's not running at all.
He's not running, no.
He's really just waiting for that sub.
Careful with that slip by Balde.
But I don't understand if you want it so bad, just go on the ground.
Kick it out. Although it doesn't seem like there's a sense of urgency for this.
That's what I'm saying. That's what the positive sign.
Yeah.
Sort of.
I don't. What is going on? Let's see.
I don't know. Little strange, that one.
It is a little strange. Careful here. I'm thinking I'm just going to ask my brother.
Oh, he's coming off now.
Is he?
Yeah.
There he goes. So, Lamine for Ansu.
Lamine for Ansu. Lamine walking off.
Ansu for Lamine.
Yeah.
We're getting a replay of the Lamine goal.
Oof, just slipped that in. Maybe he celebrated too hard.
He's not frowning. He's smiling. He just said something to Ansu.
Let's see what he says to Hansi Flick. No.
Nothing?
Okay, so maybe this was agreed. This is utterly strange. Shall we?
Well, it's just concerning out of like PTSD.
It's just concerning that he's asked for a sub when there's only...
I've just asked Marbrau, who's at the stadium, and he said, I think he's just tired.
Yeah.
No alarm signals. No.
Yeah. Oh, Eric.
Look at Eric.
Go on, Eric.
Okay.
Go on, Eric.
Ole.
Eric back to Balde. And it will be throw in Barça. Okay. I was a bit worried there for a moment.
Yeah.
Third game that all of the members of the Trident have scored in.
Okay.
Can you name the other two?
Two Clásico.
In serio?
Yeah.
Fair
Liga
play.
de Bernabeu, 0-4. And Supercopa final.
Wow.
Well,
What a night, man. What a night.
Oh,
Couple that with last
4-0.
night, this has been a pretty good week.
yep.
yeah.
I'd say there have been 7 goals in favour of Barca this week.
True.
Dani, no. Saptotom.
Careful, Balde dispossessed. Girassi, the cross inside, chance for Borussia, another block, Brand, second block. Oh, so important not to concede this goal.
And what a
I'm getting
recovery there.
flashbacks to
Don't say it.
2018.
What a recovery.
Well, we conceded a goal that ended up costing us in a win that was comfortable.
This is where you just got to stay the course. We've been doing it for 87.5 minutes. Do it for another 5 and get out of here.
We can.
And you go to the Signal Iduna Park and you can do number 2 on the list of the question that we had at the beginning of the day, which is defense first.
Yep.
I think the subs came on at a good timing. You have Eric Garcia, who just has so much energy.
The thing that's relieving to me is that you can really fully focus on the Leganés game.
Yeah.
Without keeping
awkward
Tuesday in the back of your mind. Careful here, and there you go.
Offside! Let's go! My flag's too far away. I'm not getting it. He's offside.
I'll get it.
That was so close.
I'll get it for you.
Was it offside?
Way offside.
It was
Way offside. Way offside.
Yes.
Way offside. Not even.
You do it, Robert. Go on. That's. Try it again. Do it like an assistant referee. You look like Harry Potter. You get one more shot at this.
Should I do it like the referees?
Can you
of the
wait?
90s?
No. Can you run down the line? Stop.
Yeah. It's the follow the line.
Okay. It's the.
You're following.
You're looking and you go.
Boom.
Now, do you actually know that the flag gets raised at different heights based on where the offside is?
No.
So, follow me for a second. So, if you're the assistant ref and the offside is at the other end of the pitch, the far end, then it goes up and like this.
Oh.
If it's in the middle of the pitch, it's like this.
Careful here, there could be a 5th goal. The chance for either Ferran or Ansu Fati, neither of them could get to it.
And if the offside is right in front of you, it's like this.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
But it always has to go up first.
Fun fact.
Oh,
Careful here, the cross inside. Chased by the shark, chased by Ferran Torres.
Greasy, don't fall asleep on that guy. Stay up for this one.
I don't think we're going to get much added time in this one, maybe 3 minutes.
I mean, if this was a prized fight, the referee would throw the towel, or the opposition would throw the towel.
Yeah,
but stop the fight. But we have another leg.
Every
to play.
single goal can be important.
I know.
Barca can go for a 5th, or Borussia can go to make it 4-1. 3 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes.
Spence, I think we should, first of all, remind the fans that you can stick with us because we're going to go to the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic where we'll hear from our players after this fantastic Champions League night. 4-0. Goals by Rafinha, Lewandowski twice, and Lamine Yamal, the Tridente, all 3 of them scored. We'll hear from Marc Brau. We'll vote for player of the match. We'll have Pablo Wolves coming in.
Yes.
Pablito Pequeñito's coming in.
Pablito Pequeñito.
And we'll be reacting to this fantastic Champions League night.
Oof.
We're losing our focus right here at the end.
Careful here, Girassi inside, trying to get around Kubarsi.
Goal kick, come on.
Goal kick to Barca. So stay tuned. But before we go to the post-game show, maybe play the short version of the rap once again.
There's a short version already.
Well, yeah, the one we've done for the goals.
Right.
So, you know,
You're gonna do it with me?
Kokran, Mauri.
Do you want,
short
I can
version
be in the
before
background.
we go to post-game.
And Jamal, y'all.
No, not now. Not now.
I'm not in charge of this.
They're playing with me.
I don't know what's happening.
They're playing with me.
I'm just going to put these on.
Just be ready at all times.
Yeah,
Spence.
I'm here.
You have to be ready at all times.
It would be too silly to play musical chairs with this song, right? Have everyone involved.
I think we should do it. There's plenty of chairs.
We can do it. We can do it at the next Barca 1 party.
Let's do it.
Am I invited to that one?
No, you're not. We'll just have you playing in the background.
Thanks, friend. Real cool of you.
Bring your private.
You could come as like the
musical talent.
Yeah, musical talent.
Me and Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we should definitely.
Should we? No, we should
make
do,
a case for you to be on the
I was gonna say we should do a release party of the song officially when it comes out on Spotify.
Was that tonight?
I'd like
not tonight.
I'd like to point out that I texted Robert last week when this song was being made. He didn't get to know any of what was.
No, I said I want it to be a surprise, and I was pleasantly surprised. I have to say.
Surprised.
But I did say that there's gonna be a little Kendrick Drake reminiscing within the song.
You know what you reminded me of with the glasses and the beard and stuff? Mac Miller in his younger days. Mac Miller in his young days. In his young days. Wait, there's one photo that I have in mind.
I don't know who Mac Miller is.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Okay, wait.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ansu with a chance here. He's going to feed it to Rafinha. Can he get to it? Ah! Pass intercepted.
That would have been something.
Yeah.
To go for 5.
Wait a minute. We could be going for 5.
There still might be, huh?
Koundé wins it back. Koundé couldn't get it out of underneath his feet. Koundé still pressing. Rafinha helping him. Here we go. Look at the press from the Barca players in the 93rd minute. And I think the game's going to end here.
There's one photo.
There we go. Game has ended. And it is 4 goals to 0, guys. Ronnie, we wanted to get it done in the first leg of the Champions League, get as many goals as possible to go to Dortmund next week, and we did it 4-0. And you know who predicted 4-0?
Ronnie!
Do it, Ronnie.
That's not, well, that's also
Carlos.
That's also
Carlos as well with his 40th.
And Ronnie!
And Yamal, y'all, Lamine Yamal, y'all. You got a problem, got a number you can call, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. He about to win the brawl, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all. He's Yamal, y'all.
Lamine Yamal, y'all. He been doing this since he could barely crawl, y'all. Pristine 19, he can ball, y'all. Back to the wall, y'all. Lamine Yamal, y'all.
We pop the net like Lewandowski.
It's just a concert today. It's just a concert.
Barca Live karaoke.
We pop the net like Lewandowski.
This is what Spence reminds me of, kind of.
Did you right?
There's a better photo, but this isn't too bad.
There you go. This is definitely a karaoke.
Yes.
Barça. Right.
Jorge do escutal. Oh yes.
4-0. Right, guys. We've got to move on. I do love Barca Live karaoke. Spence, if you can come up with any more rap hits, so they will be appreciated. But before we go to the post-game show, and the players are sharing their delight at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic, quick thoughts.
Woof. I'm exhausted.
Well, we've got a long post-game show to go.
Yeah,
so.
I know. I understand that, and I'll stay for it. So, yeah, but no problems here, huh?
No.
4-0.
Looks good to me.
I mean, you can't really say anything negative about today, to be honest. The only negative thing is that nothing. We could have scored more, but 4-0 cushion going to the second leg next week in Germany. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Double
really.
thumbs up, as a matter of fact. Double thumbs up.
You can't do much more.
Ronaldinho got his prediction right as well. Goals by the Trident. 4 goals, 0 conceded, clean sheet. Going into the return leg. Just fantastic news. Guys, well, let's celebrate once again with Ronaldinho.
Ronnie!
Ronnie!
Oh, yeah. Oh, they even got the freeze frame down.
Yeah, they do.
Woo-hoo! Right, guys, post-game show. Let's do it. Let's go to the post-game with the Ronaldinho vibe.
What's happening? Ronnie, what are we doing? Oh, he's supposed to get up.
Get the hips out, Spence. Get the hips out.
Oh, I missed it.
No.
That's the one. That's the one. It's too late.
That's
Right,
the one.
guys, now, let's get serious. Let's go and talk about this 4-0 win at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. For the post-game show, stay tuned. This will surely go down as one of those special ones, the one that we will remember for a very long time. Champions League quarterfinal first leg, Barça 4, Borussia Dortmund 0, with a very special performance by the Tridente, by Lamine Yamal, Lewandowski and Rafinha. They are breaking scoring records this season and they continue to produce. Third game this season that all three of them have scored in, and they help Barca be a few steps closer to those desired semi-finals. There's still a game to go, but right now, Barca, as they say here, and Belwim each with a foot and a half in the semi-finals. Half a ticket bought for that semi-final. Joining me here in the studio, Spence Siegel, Alexi Baceta. Guys, fantastic night.
That was a lot of fun.
There's been a lot of things have happened tonight.
It's a lot of fun.
Let's say that.
I mean, 4 goals in a way that made it zero drama.
Yeah.
There was just, you don't get those all the time. And it almost seems like we take this for granted with this team because they seem to do it so often against good teams.
It's Hakuna Matata in here. No worries, no stress. We were in control of that match for literally the 90 minutes. Obviously, Dortmund had a few clear chances that they didn't capitalize on, but other than that, there was no point that you were like, maybe they'll come back, maybe we won't get another goal. We were dominant, we were possessive, we were outstanding for the entire 90 minutes, really.
And we've got reactions coming for you very soon. Marc Brau is at the Olympic Stadium. We'll go to him as soon as we can, and we'll also listen to the players who he will be able to interview. We'll also hear from Hansi Flick during this post-game show. Guys, if there were any doubts, any questions as to how the team would come out after that draw against Real Betis at the weekend, if it would carry over into this game, those question marks were dissipated within the first 8 minutes.
Yeah, basically. Out of the window, really. We started off strong, started off dominating. We had clear chances, that Lewa chance at the start of the match.
Couple of Lamine Yamal ones.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. And then from that, we didn't really take the foot off the pedal. Usually, a lot of teams start 5-10 minutes really, really strong, but then the match kind of evens out and the other team gets back into it, which is, what usually happens. But no, we started off really, really strong, took the foot off the pedal in terms of intensity, but not even that much. We stayed dominating, stayed possessive, so good start. Dortmund never really had a chance to get back into the game, and I think next week won't be that much different. Take a breath.
Sorry.
Dortmund did have, to be fair with them, and to be 100% accurate with our analysis, there could have been a game-changing moment in the first half. A couple of chances that Guirassy squandered.
Yeah, that's true, because football is very chronological in that sense. And I always go back to, I remember a couple of years ago, we were playing United in the Europa League. And I remember hearing Erik ten Hag say something that I hadn't really thought about before. Probably the only thing that I ever remember Erik ten Hag saying, which was, you can't ask me about moments later in the game after something that could have changed the game previously happened, because that thing might not have happened. And I think that speaks to, if Guirassy puts home one of those, and we're talking about Barca trailing or 1-1, then the flow of the game would naturally change. And mentality changes, momentum changes, and this is why it's football, because you got to take advantage of your moments when they come. And today, Dortmund didn't do that.
And having said that, and having tried to be as accurate as possible, mentioning that, if we think of the overall product, the overall game today, Barca were absolutely dominant. Barca deserved 4 or more. Barca took advantage of the opportunities that they had. They slowed the game down when it was required at the end of the first half as well. They were strong defensively as well. There were Íñigo Martínez, Koundé, Cubarsí were launching themselves, throwing themselves at the ball whenever Borussia tried to get a shot off. There were numerous blocks. Our press was impeccable today.
Yes.
We created numerous chances. And ultimately, the Tridente got it done.
Yeah, I would say, adding to the kind of game-changing moment, Dortmund could have changed the game, but I don't think it would have swayed in their favour, essentially. I think I would still have the confidence. If it would have gone 2-1, say, I would still have the confidence that we would have won 4-1, if that makes sense. Maybe Dortmund would have gotten a bit more confidence to get the second one, but at the same time, I don't think we were going to lose this game.
But then another game-changing moment that didn't end up being as close as we thought it was, but that first goal that Barca scored, it looked like us for a while that Rafinha was going to be offside, and then immediately you start thinking, man, if he just doesn't touch it and lets it go, you know, Cubarsí gets the goal. I think Cubarsí is still going to have something to say to him afterwards.
Probably.
But that
Kind of stole it.
But not that notwithstanding, it's still important that that it's just everything seemed to come up Barça tonight, and it doesn't always work that way, but tonight it did.
For me, if there was a game-changing moment as well, it was at the beginning of the second half. Borussia had a chance. I think it was Gittens sends it wide, shot from the edge of the box, and almost immediately after Barca scored the second, great effort by Rafinha to keep it in, head it back in, and Lewandowski heads it into the top of the net to make it 2-0. And from there, Barca took absolute control of the second half. We can go to the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic for Marc Brau's assessment of this game. Marc Brau, you were at the stadium. Let us know all about it. What was it like? The atmosphere? How did it feel being there?
Hi guys, I missed you a lot during the game. It's because of the rides of the Champions League, but of course it was an incredible night here at Stade Olympique du Companys. I was listening to all of you talking about the game, and I agree absolutely about all the things that you commented, but I think that the most important thing that today, I think that it was one of the most complete games that Barca played this season. On one side for the other side. Of course, it maybe was not the best day. At the offense part was not the day that we played the better or the more brilliant thing with the ball. Of course, we conceded a little bit in defense, but how many things the team learned from the last games? For example, what happened against Atletico de Madrid in La Copa, and all the kind of games in La Liga. And today it was like all the good games that Barca have played during all the season was just put mixed to do a cocktail. And the explosion, the final explosion, was tonight's game. For me, one of the most important things of the nights, again, was the connection between the fans. Today, we are very close to the 50,000 people here today, 49,000 people, the second best attendance of the season, and the feeling, how are happy the fans with the team, the connection with Lamine, trying to get all the people to make ovations for all the players were absolutely amazing. We have a lot of stats to comment. Of course, I'm in this position that we are used to be in UEFA Champions League games. We will talk maybe almost with two players and maybe with Hansi Flick today, just a few minutes before he has to go to the press conference room. So stay tuned, because I think in an hour more or less we will have for sure important players and Hansi Flick talking with us, because of course there's a second leg in the next week. And Robert, you know me, I've been in that kind of situations many times. And I think this is the moment to give you a stat that I kept it in the previous show just to give to you. The last time the Barca go on after, the last time that Barca go ahead in Champions League or every European competition when the second leg is away was 10 years ago in semi-finals against Bayern. Okay? No, I want to give the stat for all the people. No. It's just for make an alarm for all the people. We have to celebrate, but we have to keep calm.
Yeah, Marc, there was...
with respect.
I'll stay with you for a minute, Marc, if that's all right with you, because there were two things that I wanted to say. One was I kept holding it in, and when Borussia Dortmund scored and they had the goal disallowed because it was offside, and it was a clear offside, but we didn't know in that precise moment. You know who flew into my mind, right? You know which certain striker that played for AS Roma came into my mind.
Yeah, also a former Manchester City player.
Also a former Manchester City player,
Bosnian player,
2018.
Yeah,
came back into my mind, 4-1 in that game. But fortunately, it was 4-0 today. And Marc, you said there are a lot of stats to talk about, but I would like to talk about the trident.
You have to wait. We have to wait because we will talk with a very important player tonight, Robert.
Okay.
So not for the tridente, but one of the best players tonight. And we are next to Fermín López, que la temporada passada, la Champions, va marcar un gran gol aquí contra el Shakhtar, contra el Nàpols. Avui no ha marcat, ha estat molt a prop, ha tingut dues ocasions. Però a mi, Fermín, m'agrada molt com celebres les assistències.
Fermín, I love how you celebrate these assists. What a great night.
Muchas gracias. Sí, creo que ha sido un muy buen partido.
Yeah, it was a great game.
Un buen resultado, pero
great result as well.
But
we still have one game left to play.
Y seguro que pasen de ronda.
And we're excited to move on to the next round, if we can.
capacitat que heu tingut de saber llegir el partit, però alhora quan el rival us ha deixat l'oportunitat d'anar per ells, de no ser
When you guys,
conservadors, és la vostra
when the
identitat.
opposing team gives you an opportunity, you guys punish them. Yeah, the first half, it was a little bit, we played a little bit overly excited, maybe in the first half. We wanted to score more goals, and we did that in the second half. Like I said, I love how you celebrate assists. The one you gave to Lewandowski. Yeah. Today I wasn't able to score, but I was able to give an assist.
En castellano, Fermín. Una de tus mejores noches como azulgrana, saliendo de titular, con una gran victoria. Evidentemente, el año pasado también viviste grandes noches, pero no sé si hoy es una de esas que te vas a llevar.
Great nights here, and is this a dream night for you? One of the memorable nights for you? Yeah, tonight was a great, an important game. The whole team played great. It was important to keep going this way and focus on the league as well.
Luis Suárez, Neymar, Messi. Ahora no está mal el tridente que tenemos, ¿no? Han marcado hoy los
Luis Suárez, Neymar, Messi. Now it's Rafinha, Lamine, and Lewandowski. Yeah, those were great. It was a great trident back in the day, but so is this one. And hopefully they are able to continue in the same way.
The words
Congratulations.
Fermín, Robert, I know that you have to commend me a second thing, but I think it was better to listen to Fermín López. You got the translation, of course, but, well, I think the most important thing I want to commend is that Fermín was happy, but trying to say control. We have a second leg. I think that this is the most important. Very happy, the state of the locker room and the feelings of the Fermín, but knowing that the job is not done.
The job is not done. It's only 50% done, maybe 60 because of the amount of goals that we scored. And that, Marc, is what I wanted to talk about. The amount of goals that the Tridente have scored this season today. Third game this season that all three of them scored in.
Yeah, and the two games before with goals with the Tridente was very interesting. It was the two games against Real Madrid in Bernabeu in La Liga and the Clásico in the final of the Supercopa. Many times Rafinha, Lewandowski scored together, also Rafinha and Lamine, Lewandowski and Lamine, but today was the first time in UEFA Champions League that our Tridente, our trident scored in the same game. And I think that it's something special because sometimes we explain that that season reminds us maybe 2008-2009 vibes. I'm not saying that the season will end at the same level, but remember, for example, what happened at that time in quarterfinals against Bayern Munich with goals scored by Eto'o, Henry and Messi, also against the German team. So all the vibes are connected, and of course we are really looking forward for the next game. But I want to comment this, Robert. I think you listened to him, to Fermín López, that the team is very happy, we played well, but there's a job to do next week in Dortmund.
There's a job to do next week in Dortmund, and there's a job to do on Saturday against Leganés, a team that beat us earlier on this season. Marc, we will come back to you as soon as you have another player or Hansi Flick and start thinking about your player of the match. Player of the match is difficult today.
Very difficult, very difficult. I have to say that I sent my votes to Jordi Cochran, but Jordi, this is a message for Jordi. I'm not sure if I'm sure with my votes, okay? So let me give just an extra time, and maybe before the votes I have to change something.
No, it is difficult. It is difficult today. Right. Thank you very much, Marc. We'll come back to you afterwards. And joining us now here in the studio, right next to me here, is Pablo Walls Blanco. Pablito Pequeñito, as they call him here on Barca Live. Pablo Walls.
I've made it with you three as well.
Exactly. And Lewandowski scored today.
Yeah,
and Lewandowski scored today.
We didn't even comment.
Well done, everyone.
He scored two.
Well done, everyone.
He scored twice.
Good job, everybody. It's, you missed...
Curse is broken.
Yeah, Pablo was commenting the game on Barca 1, I assume. Just
screaming, just all game.
Yeah. No, we really enjoyed it, to be fair, yeah. And a great display from Barca. I'm sure you guys have commented about it, like the first half, slightly more equal, I thought. Maybe Dortmund were having chance. I thought they were actually threatening us quite a lot in behind, but second half, when teams push forward against us, we're ruthless, absolutely ruthless. And that front three is just out of this world, really. And when they get the chance in the final third, you can't really afford to do what Dortmund did today and leave those gaps. I actually thought a 2-0, maybe Dortmund should conserve a bit more, but they really went for it, and Barca are deadly when you do that.
Definitely, the third goal came from a counter-attack. I was going to say, I said right before going to Marbrao, I feel like one of the key moments of the game is that second goal early on in the second half. It changes the flow of the game.
Yeah, completely, because I said I thought Barca were the better team in the first half, but Dortmund showed promise. And I wondered what sort of Dortmund would come out for that second half. And when you get that goal, so I think it was 48th, 49th minute or something, you do kill a lot of their hope. And I think immediately Kovac was probably thinking a lot of what I've just said at half-time maybe isn't as valuable right now. And of course, that changes the whole complexion of the game. So credit to Barca, and it was a lovely goal too between the trident as well, the little dink over the top, the header across. Like it was inch perfect, so enjoyable one.
I thought it hadn't gone in because the way it hit the net.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it was
like the visual effect.
It went up. It was
Completely. I thought the exact same thing on commentary.
It was so high up. Lewandowski had to jump so high up.
He floated and waited for the ball to come down, and then he hit it.
And you don't see assists coming from that angle all too often.
Yeah,
No.
it almost looked like Rafinha headed for the goal.
Yeah.
But it was just a great assist.
Well, we just heard from Fermin with Marc Brau. And guys, we pointed out at the beginning of the game that Fermin could be one of the key players today.
Yeah.
The X factor in that number 10 role. And I think he fulfilled everything that Hansi Flick asked of him. We praised Barca's high press today. First half, second half. Fermin is pivotal in that. He's an energy bunny. Energizer bunny. He just keeps going. And he's always on the end of chances as well. He had that shot that hit the post, then he provides the assist for Lewandowski. Fermin earning his minutes here.
Oof, yeah, I mean, we said at the beginning of this program, there's one guy who hasn't been as active in the role that he's being asked to play today. And that is in part due to Dani Olmo being out and Marc Casado not being able to contribute now with the injury. And so that shuffles things around a little bit. I thought the midfield were excellent. And I actually thought, and we don't say this that often, I thought of the three midfielders, the one who performed the worst was Pedri. Because Frankie, and I say that in the sense that Frankie and Fermin were outstanding, and Pedri was also good, but he just wasn't as involved, especially in the first half. And Lewandowski actually came in as another midfielder throughout the first half at times to help out in both defense and attack.
Yeah.
This was a great performance from Fermin.
Definitely.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Fermin was involved in attack defense. I think what's most impressive about the top performances that we're talking about today is that it's evenly distributed between defensive work and defensive work. We're talking about Lewandowski, we're talking about Fermin, we're talking about Rafinha, Lamine also, who defended really well down the wings. The defensive work tonight from every single player on the pitch was outstanding. Recovery, again, Dortmund, I think at some point couldn't string two passes together because we were on recovery on their backs. Literally, and we won. You know, I would love to see the percentage of duels that we won. But again, you know, Fermin in that position always going to be really, really key because Frankie and Pedri are going to be more focused on receiving the ball from Inigo, from Kubarsi, and kind of progressing the ball forwards. But Fermin, you know, you're going to see him up against Lewandowski next to him. You're going to see him next to Lamine Yamal. That 10 role this season, I think, has been probably the most interesting and entertaining. Because there's so many different ways to put it. You know, Dani Olmo likes to play more a bit of a false nine role to get closer to Lewandowski. Fermin and Pedri, for example, like to play a bit more of a role to get next to the wingers and play off of them. I think Fermin did amazing, and that midfield overall was probably the key. Again, we're talking, you know, Koundé had a really good match.
Yeah.
Trident had a really good match.
Before we talk about the defensive effort, because I think we do need to talk about that clean sheet and how Barca managed to do that. I do want to speak a little bit more about the 4 goals and who scored them rather. The efforts of that Tridente, who what is it now? 36 goals in 11 games in the Champions League.
Whoa, it's ridiculous.
So it's more than 3 a game in the Champions League.
Just in the Champions League.
A competition that Barca, had a mixed bag of results in the last few seasons, and in that mixed bag, not many of them were good. This season, Rafinha, 12 goals, Lewandowski, 11,
and
scores
Rafinha,
2 tonight after not finding the net against Real Betis. Now 99 all-time for Lewandowski for Barca, so he's 1 away from 100, which reminds me we need to start thinking what we're going to do content-wise for Lewandowski, but that's a whole other topic. And yeah, he showed up big, Pablo, tonight for Barca. Lewandowski against his former team.
Yeah, absolutely. He's Dortmund's nightmare. I think I read a ridiculous stat before the game of the amount of goals he'd got against Dortmund, and it is a funny situation with like his ex-club, you know, and the way he's come back to haunt them, obviously, with Bayern, and first time he scored against them in the Champions League was tonight, actually. So great night for him, and it's so interesting that there's 40 goals for the season for him now, is it not? And I think there's a stat about how many times Barca have scored 4 times in a game too. I think that was number 21 of the season that we've done it.
Check that.
21 in 46 or 47 games, that was, Robert. Whatever it is, That is a ridiculous number of times to have done that, by the way, in a game. And this team are just blowing teams out of the water. How many times have we sat here after the game and it's been 4-0, 5-0? It's like it's come like the norm now.
Our predictions have gone. Our predictions have gone up.
But also, who we've scored against those 4 goals with. We scored 4 against Bayern Munich. We scored 4 against Real Madrid in the Clásico, 5 in the Supercopa final against Real Madrid as well. 4 against Atletico de Madrid in the Copa del Rey, 4-all draw at Montjuic. 4 against Atletico de Madrid, again, a team who no one scores against. In the
we're literally, like, our score predictions, if we say 6-0, it's not a ridiculous, score prediction to say, because we're just, I mean, the amount of goals, I think individually is what kind of, it's so impressive. Like, we're not depending on one person. It's literally spread across El Tridente. Each already have, I mean, Rafinha broke his record for season goals. That was like last year, I think. Even, I think it was like December that he might have broken that. Lamine and Lewat adding on to that. And then you have players, Kubarsi has scored, Inigo has scored. I think, how many players have not scored on the squads this season?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's a great question.
Balde scored this season,
Balde scored.
Final.
He scored.
Hector Fort.
Hasn't,
Ansu.
Or not counting the keepers, obviously.
That might be that.
And the keepers.
Yeah. And that's that.
And the goalkeepers. Lewandowski, just close the chapter on him. Every time he has a couple of games in a row that he doesn't score, there's always those voices, those rumblings. And here he is. Coming up big on in an important night, one in which we needed him. 4-0, and I wanted to speak about the guy on our screens right now, Lamine Yamal as well. You guys weren't here for the game against Real Betis.
No.
We did say that it wasn't the most inspired performance by Lamine Yamal. He kept looking for it, and he didn't shy away from him, and we appreciated that. But there was always that either extra touch or the pass wasn't on point. Tonight, he just had that vibe. I don't know what it is, but he had it.
He had the spark back. I do agree, against Betis, it kind of wasn't. I mean, that game in general just wasn't really the one, sort of say. But tonight, I mean, he looked comfortable on the ball. There was a lot of time, even on his right foot, there's a lot of times he got by the touchline. He did a chip with his right foot. He was a lot more comfortable, a lot more confident today. But again, Lamine Yamal, when he's on, he's on. I think next week, hopefully he's good, and it was just fatigue. I think next week he's going to be like, no, I didn't do enough last match.
What was your assessment of that situation? Because we saw Lamine Yamal kept looking at the bench. He seemed to be fine. Mark from the stadium said he was just tired. And
it was a really interesting one, because Lamine Yamal, out of all the players who have had their minutes managed in the last few weeks, has actually played a lot of minutes for a 17-year-old. And I mean, when he's doing that, he was doing that for about 3 minutes. Trying to get the medical team.
It was almost like he was saying, "Yeah, I'm good today. I'm good for today."
And then I was thinking he's going to be holding something, a groin or whatever, hamstring. And he comes off, and he was not accompanied by any medical staff. I noticed he went straight to the bench, and obviously, if he was injured, they would have all been around him, thinking, "What is it? What is it?" So, fair enough to him. He was literally just saying, "I'm feeling it a bit. We've got a lot of games. I'm almost going to self-manage myself a little bit and mature in a way, that too."
After a special performance.
Yeah, after an incredible performance. I agree with you, Alex. I think he was. Yeah, I agree. Everyone was a bit flat, maybe off against Betis, and that's natural with the games we had in so many in so short amount of days.
I think with Betis there was also in the back of their minds the element of, come on, let's get this, because Real Madrid have lost their game, and let's go for it. And there was, I think the sense of urgency came too soon.
Yeah. No, perhaps it did. Yeah, perhaps it did. You probably thought, like, if we win today, then we're there, and that maybe came in, but I thought tonight, he took everyone on again, He's sort of like the starlight dazzler, if you like, on nights like these, and Barca looked for him and to just sort of like wreak havoc on our right-hand side. And we know that the opposition fullback is thinking, what a 90 minutes I've got ahead of me here, and you can almost sense it when he gets the ball. And again, I thought in moments when Barca needed him, he was so mature is I suppose a word of it, but accurate. I mean, the little dink for the second goal, the through ball to Fermin for the third goal. Very good finish too, for the fourth, sort of like a toe poke through to the corner.
There was that chance that he gave to Rafinha when there was 4v2 situation.
Yes,
cut through four players, literally.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yes, in the first half, right? Yeah. So I thought again, away from his genius, it was also a very mature and excellent performance again from Lamine on a European night. He seems to love the big games as well. That's what I like about him.
He likes it.
Right. Before we go to our Player of the Match votes, there is a tweet that we want to show to set up this vote. Robert Lewandowski was
Naturally.
the MVP for the Champions League, and there he is
So
on
hard to pick.
Barca's social media accounts.
I feel like this photo is
Well,
made for us.
I don't
Take
know.
this.
I don't know if we're all going to unanimously vote for Lewandowski as the MVP. UEFA gave it to him. Let's see if Mark Brau gives it to him. Mark, are you ready for Player of the Match?
Yeah, I'm ready, and I must confess that finally I don't change the votes, but it's because I don't want Jordi to make him crazy, so I want to put things easy to him. But, well, of course my 3 votes are going for the trident, for sure. The problem is the order. So the problem is the order, because I think that all the players could be the first, the second, and the third. And but well, I imagine that maybe we will have different votes tonight, and I will give my votes just to discuss if you agree with me or not. For sure, Lamine Yamal was absolutely unbelievable. For sure, Rafinha scored a goal and gave 2 assists. But in that kind of games, you need a number 9 to put the ball in the goal, and it was the second and the third one that for me were the key of the game. So finally, a bit like Eurovision Song Contest, isn't it? 3 points, 3 points to Robert Lewandowski. I will give him the 3 points, but this is because of this, because it was just at the exact time that the team needed him. And he scored the second and the third that for me were the most important goals of the game. 2 points, finally I will give to Rafinha. Of course, he scores 1 goal, well, half him, half Kubarsi, but he gave 2 assists, incredible assists, one with the head and another one with a great cross from Lamine Yamal. And finally, we'll give just only 1 point to Lamine Yamal. He scored a goal. He started the second and the third, not the finish, not the last assist, but 2 passes before. But I think that we voted Lamine Yamal many times this season, so this is my vote for tonight's game. So do you agree with me, guys?
We'll see, Mark. And please interrupt if there are more players that come to you. And on the live chat, we encourage you to give us your votes for Player of the Match as well. Alex Ibaceta, before you vote, I just quickly checked the stat. Mark Brau sent through the information that 12 of 23 games in 2025 have ended with 4 goals or more scored for Barca. 12 of 23, that's more than half.
That's ridiculous, yeah.
More than 50%.
That's 4 goals.
21 games this season.
That's, I mean, that's 4 goals.
21 games in total this season.
3 goals, 2 goals is already a good margin to win any match. But 4 goals minimum is actually, that's ridiculous.
Alex, your votes for Player of the Match.
My votes for Player of the Match, Lewandowski gets my 3 points. I think Frenkie de Jong and Pedri in this case, I think Frenkie slightly more than Pedri, were key and kind of maintaining a rhythm throughout the 90 minutes. Much less about intensity, yes, but I think the rhythm of recovering the ball, having a break. Frenkie would take 3-4 touches on the ball to kind of open up the space, drag in players, and then play the ball into space. Pedri as well. Again, I think I have to agree with Mark. This is probably one of the hardest ones to pick. 3 players out of the 11. Even Chesney had a few. He didn't have to do much tonight, but the times that he actually touched the ball was actually good, especially with the ball at his feet. And I think Frenkie and Lewa were probably my 2 key players, with Pedri being in their 3rd place.
Spence.
Well, 3 is just not enough.
It's not.
By the way, Claude J says MVP in studio, Ronaldinho.
True.
Yeah, I mean,
true.
We love Ronnie.
Ronaldinho got the 4-0 prediction right.
Yeah, that's true.
Although I do think there is a case for you, Spence.
Thank you.
And your debut rap. By the way, Pablo.
Have I got something to see?
Yeah, you have.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's.
I heard
innocent.
murmurings about this. So.
If we're talking about the boys on the pitch,
yeah.
Lewandowski didn't just score 2 goals. This guy was everywhere. He was defending. We've talked about it a lot tonight. It was that those first 15 minutes, Barca weren't looking to go route 1 in their way, right? Like tink, 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 and then over the top. They were showing patience at times and needed an extra body in the midfield, and he was that guy to do so. Lamine was just Lamine. He was incredible, and he just as easily could have deserved 3 points, because I believe that of the 4 goals that were scored, at least 2 of them he had the hockey assist. At least 2. And then Frankie was just this unsung hero in the midfield who was recovering every ball on the high press. He was always in the right spot. He was always turning in the right direction, providing an option for somebody. And again, we could give out 11 Player of the Match awards tonight, but you only get to choose 3. So.
Okay, there's also a case for Pau Cubarsí, according to one of our viewers here. Arjun Menon says Cubarsí was brilliant, easily one of the best players on the pitch. There's some love for Lewandowski, Rafinha, Lamine as well. Chukwuononso Chukwuele says Lewandowski 3, Rafinha 2, Lamine 1. Keep the votes coming, guys. Pablo Balls, your votes.
I got a sneak peek into your votes sort of as I went into the editor's place, if you like. And I have gone for Lewandowski with 3 because he was the ruthless man at the end of the day, you know, the guy who got the 2 goals for Barca, and I thought he was brilliant apart from that too. But I've gone for someone that none of you have put down so far, Fermin. I thought Fermin was excellent tonight, I really did. I know he played a massive part in the 3rd goal, swung in the ball for the 1st goal as well when it was nodded on from Inigo. So I thought he linked midfield and attack excellently. I thought he performed exactly how Flick wanted him to when he put him in the starting lineup for tonight's game ahead of Gavi in that role. So I give massive credit to Fermin for tonight. I do agree, De Jong I was close to putting on there. I thought he was excellent in midfield this evening, but I went for Lamine Yamal because I thought he really performed again on a big European night. Close between him and Rafinha, but I went for Lamine because I think he was a step above.
Okay.
I am going to be the odd one out.
Okay.
UEFA voted for Lewandowski. Mark Brau voted for Lewandowski.
That's okay.
Alex, Spence,
That's all right.
Pablo voted for Lewandowski.
Be yourself, Robert.
I was just very impressed with the 17-year-old. I thought after a performance against Betis, which was a bit probably frustrating for him, he came out inspired tonight and he was wreaking havoc from minute 1. He had a couple of chances earlier on in the game. The first was saved by the keeper, and he was just going and going and going at the defender. And Barca were looking for him. Barca were sending everything his way, sometimes just to attract the defense, and then switch it over to the left-hand side. Yep. But he was the focus of attraction of that Borussia Dortmund defense. He provided the hockey assist, as you call it, Spence, the cross for Rafinha to head back into Lewandowski. He got his reward again in the 4th goal. Nice little toe poke to finish and send it into the back of the net. And he was just simply sensational. And
so many points being handed out.
There were lots of points handed out.
So many votes.
The other 2 for the Tridente because, I mean, 4-0, all 3 of them score. They deserve the points. 14 points for Robert Lewandowski, who is our man of the match today. I'm sure the live chat agrees. 7 for Lamine Yamal, 3 for Rafinha, 3 for Frankie de Jong, 2 for Fermin, and 1 for Pedri. So fairly shared out.
Well, we said we could hand out 11, and we ended up handing out 6.
Yeah, the front 6 are starting 6. Look at them.
And none of them, which is what I want to segue into, none of them from the defensive line or Szczęsny. And we did get a clean sheet tonight, which is extremely important.
Yeah.
For this game, for this tie, and going forward, for the confidence of this team, thinking, hey, big match, we can keep a clean sheet. Yeah. And I said before, there were a couple of moments in which Borussia got in.
Yeah.
We could say that Guirassy let us off the hook a couple of times, but especially in the second half, those defenders, Cubarsí, Koundé, and Inigo, were throwing themselves at the ball.
They did that double block at one point.
Yeah,
it was hard to tell.
Araujo as well when he came on.
But I think that also speaks to the fact that we acknowledge, everybody here, everybody watching understands the defensive shift that back line put in.
Yeah.
But it also speaks to voting for all of those players. We talked about their contribution to the high press. That's part of the defense, right? Es que Inigo doesn't have to do anything if Frankie's winning the ball back and Pedri's winning the ball back before he even crosses the halfway line.
Yeah.
We're speaking of the defense, and next to Marrao is one of Barca's starting defenders today, Alejandro Balde.
Yeah, the playing of La Masia, another incredible performance by Alejandro Balde, who is next to us. Alejandro, què tal? Com estàs? Bona nit.
Molt bé, molt bé.
Quin és el sentit del vestidor? Evidentment, el públic té molta eufòria. Avui ha estat una gran
dressing room.
Sí, molt contents pel resultat.
We're all very happy with the result.
Hem fet un treball increïble, però encara
It's a great result, but we know there's another game ahead. I'm happy with today's work.
No sé quina creus que ha estat la clau del partit. Heu sortit molt bé, és veritat que marxeu amb l'1-0 al descans. No sé si la clau ha estat aquest segon gol tan
What was the key
I s'havia llegit també el partit.
in the second half after going up 1-0 in the first half? Yeah, we had many chances. We could have scored more, but we know it's a good result. But now we need to focus on the next game.
Pregunta que li he fet a Fermín. Quan tu eres un nen hi havia un trident, Messi, Suárez...
When you were a kid, Messi, Suárez, Neymar were scoring the goals for Barça today. Lewandowski and the Barça trident scored the goals. Yeah, they're doing great. We're happy to have these players with us.
No sé, Alejandro, també si ha estat una de les teves millors nits com a blaugrana. Ho dic perquè al final tu també...
Is this one of your best nights as a Barça player? You've had some tough seasons. Today you enjoyed it. Yeah, when you play these silent games and win, you enjoy yourself. It's a beautiful night to wear this shirt. I'm very happy with the work that we're doing. We're having a great season, and we need to continue this way.
El trabajo no está hecho, pero el equipo es consciente que ha hecho un gran partido.
The work isn't done, but you played a great game tonight. Yeah, it was excellent. The result reflects that. We need to play another game, and we need to continue down this road.
The same thing that we commented before. The team is happy, but job is not done.
Alejandro Valde with Marc Brau. Thank you very much, Marc. We'll come back to you if there's anyone else. And yeah, Alejandro Valde helping the Barca defensive line to that clean sheet. Pablo.
Yeah, I thought Barca were really professional today without the ball, actually. I really did. And I think last 10 minutes we all got a bit worried, and I thought the exact same thing as you, Robert, with Roma and Dzeko. I really did, and that says what we were a bit scarred or whatnot. I really did with the 4-1 and with that offside goal. I think it was from Bayern in the end, wasn't it? But I thought Barca did a really professional job without the ball today. You mentioned the midfielders there. I think Spence and Alex before about the job they did even before the back line. But I thought Inigo led from the front again. When Araujo came on, those two blocks in the last few minutes there were sensational. Actually, it was two different players who blocked it. Jules Koundé again keeps performing at right back. I think was it last game you guys gave, or the game before, you guys gave huge credit the Atleti game. You gave a lot of votes to Koundé, and I agreed, because he's performing at a ridiculous level. Speak about players who played a lot of games, he's at the top of that list. So without the ball, really professional, and they picked their moments tonight, Barcelona. They did in terms of sitting off or when to push forward. They did that perfectly.
Can I just make an observation real quick? Because you said it, you've said it, you're like, I remember the Roma game, and you know, I remember like Liverpool and all this. And the difference is, none of those players have any of that on their minds because they weren't here. And it's a different identity this year. It's a different culture, and that's thanks in large part to Hansi. But as fans, it's natural to have that
we
fear.
have scars.
The scars are there, right?
Different rules as well.
Yeah,
but
true.
But that's just not in their minds. It's clear.
There is one player on the squad who lived through that, but right now he's out injured. He's our captain, Marc-André ter Stegen. In his place is Wojtek Szczesny, who remains unbeaten in 2025 guys.
Yep.
Solid brick wall.
Szczesny.
Think he's earned.
Is he the good luck charm? Is my story the good luck charm?
Ooh.
Who knows? Who knows? Is Adrian the good luck charm? He was at the stadium today. Let's show the picture that he sent through.
There he is.
There he is, Adrian.
Look at that guy.
There we go.
That's a
there
Ronnie
we go.
dance there.
I'm sure he enjoyed it. He said he wasn't going to Dortmund. He said one time in Dortmund per season is good, is enough. And he already went to the 3-2 win back in December, which is the last time that we played in Dortmund. We got a big win there. It was the league stage, completely different circumstances. Next game will definitely be important. We don't want any sort of hiccups. Let's just remind ourselves of what we did that day at the Signal Iduna Park in Dortmund. Game that seems like forever ago.
Highlights.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like a different moment. Dortmund had a different coach this time too, of course. You know, a lot has changed in the complexion of the season, I suppose. But yeah, completely different time.
A game that Barca dominated from the start. It was goalless at half-time, as a matter of fact, but Barca did have opportunities early on there. Rafinha flinging himself at it off of the Lamine Yamal cross. Lamine Yamal with the outside of his boot. Once again,
Still doing
connecting with Rafinha. There were numerous chances in the first half. Borussia did have a couple as well. There, Sabitzer sending it over the crossbar. Lamine Yamal denied by the keeper.
No, just watching these highlights, this was a proper good game, mate. I'm just remembering. This was very evenly contested. I know how strong Dortmund are at home, but this was a really good battle.
Rafinha gave Barca the lead, as he did today. Rafinha, 12 goals in the Champions League this season.
Not too bad.
12 goals in 11 games.
And 7 assists.
Ridiculous numbers. Barca gave away 2 goals, literally. Guirassi put one in after a Cubarsí penalty, and Ferran Torres came on as the super sub that day.
This was all about Ferran this day.
This was kind of the beginning of his start to being the player that he is right now, of the super sub and the
that and his one-to-one interview with Llorens here in the studio.
True.
I mean, the interviews for Barca 1 is changing players' trajectories this season.
We're changing lives.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are.
Changing lives here.
Here is the winner by Ferran Torres, an excellent assist by Lamine Yamal, who, by the way, got MVP that day.
Yeah, I mean...
And Ferran with a bad touch to set himself up, but then a great one.
I love that goal.
Finish.
That little drag back and the ball through I love from Lamine, and he actually steadies himself really well there, Ferran, and the finish is
it's
composure. I like that.
It's composure to know how much time he had around him.
You know what I liked as well?
What did you like?
His honesty. His honesty after the game, saying, "Hey, that first touch."
Not great.
He said in Valencia.
Was it that one that Inigo had?
Yeah, it wasn't the best.
It was duty.
It was duty.
Was that the goal that Inigo had the reaction of?
Yeah, it was the Inigo reaction as well from afar.
Yeah.
We also have a little moment in Inside Barca 24-25, the first episode, which takes a look at this game, remembers this game. A reminder that on Barca 1 you can find Inside Barca 24-25 episodes 1 and 2. 2 was posted last week with exclusive interviews with Hansi Flick and some of the players, Cazador, Rafinha and Íñigo Martínez. And here's a little excerpt of episode 1 in which we look at what happened that day in Dortmund.
Preparado en el Signal Iduna Park en Alemania, en Dortmund. Empieza el partido. Arranca el partido. Víctor, Fuera de juego. Tiene solo a Lamine, míralo. Pasa bien. Rafinha. Marca el Barça, marca Rafinha. La partida de buena línea por la central. Es buenísima la rematada. ¡Gol! ¡Es muy buena! Sí, gol. Y va Lamine. Aguanta Lamine. Vamos Lamine. Rata ya Lamine. ¡Qué buena!
Are really from the beginning they are ready to give their best, and they did it really fantastic. Today was unbelievable, and I think also for the fans now they see another team in the Champions League, and I think they are also happy.
Rare footage from inside the dressing room. You can see that on Barca 1, Inside Barca 24-25. Episodes 1 and 2 have dropped already. And Hansi Flick there praising the performance of his team that day. And I assume that he will be praising his team's performance tonight when he talks to Marbrau and the media. In a few minutes, we're actually waiting for the press conference of Niko Kovac, who goes first today. So until that's over, we will not be able to go to Hansi Flick's press conference. But guys,
how many games has Hansi Flick won in Dortmund in his career? Do we have
that's an interesting question. I mean, it can't be many because he wasn't at Bayern Munich for that long.
Yeah,
but yeah, well, I can research that while you guys tell me. How do we go into that game against Dortmund not complacent, and what role does Hansi Flick have there?
It's a good question, because it's the right question and it's the right mentality that needs to go into that game. And this is why it's so easy this year to praise the culture that Hansi Flick has crafted, because I don't think anybody's even thinking about that game right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of players might. I think what he's been so good at this year is getting the team to go from one competition to the next, from one game to the next. It's all about Leganés now on Saturday. Get the job done, get out with 3 points, and then you can go back to talking about Tuesday.
You asked, Alex?
Yeah.
6 games?
Out of?
6 wins.
6 games.
Well,
6
that'll
wins.
work.
So he's undefeated against.
Well, no. Well, counting tonight, 7 actually, because the website I'm looking at.
So Hansi Flick is 7 out of
doesn't count
7.
tonight
How'd you
yet.
get there that fast?
Google.
Hey, try asking the Barça
So,
Official Intelligence,
yeah.
see if it can give you that answer.
Yeah, I don't
So
trust
Hansi Flick is 7 out of 7 against Dortmund.
7 out of 7 against Dortmund, yeah.
Fair play.
It's a good stat going into the
Loves
return
it.
game.
Yeah, it is. No, but that is the big question, of course. I think you're spot on, Spencer. Barca have done a great job. Flick maybe can take the credit for that, of flipping from competition to competition. It's like League, Cup, Champions League, Supercopa came in, of course, and they've done that so well.
Yeah.
I think it's a key, and we've said it before, we've had Leeds in the first leg, of just you've got to play the same as any other game. And I know that's what Hansi Flick will say in the pre-match press conference for the Dortmund game, that we'll try and go out the exact same way. And ultimately, if you do that, I think Barca will get a few goals at the Signal Iduna Park, and Dortmund themselves will have to come out, they'll have to expose themselves at the back, and that will leave small spaces as it did in the second half. But as far as I'm concerned, and as far as I think the team is concerned right now, we are focused on Leganés. There's not long to go in La Liga. They're fighting for survival, of course, and we've got to get the 3 points out there. I think now is time to manage the minutes in the squad. You've got players who came on today, players who didn't come on today, who I'm sure will be knocking on the door for like a starting berth in that one. So I'm focused on that one. But in terms of the second leg, Barca have got a wonderful advantage now, and they just have to be professional. They're professional today, and they've got to do it again there.
Do you think it's a day for changes, rotations, a couple?
Probably. I would say just because, we've seen Lamine Yamal ask for that change. We're going to assume that it's just out of fatigue there. You want to see changes in the league as well. I think probably we have to take advantage of the fact, we've said it a lot this season, that no matter who comes on the pitch, the standard stays high. The standard stays the same as the starting 11, the Once de Gala that we saw today, for example. The standard stays high, the same mentality applies. There's always going to be a leader on the pitch, and I think Íñigo Martínez, Ronald Araujo, Frenkie de Jong, Rafinha are kind of the key pillars to kind of keep that mentality alive on the pitch, and I think that says a lot about our team, the unison that everyone has, the same mentality, but it doesn't take away the fact that we're enjoying our football either. Everyone that comes on is enjoying themselves, they're playing good football, but the mentality stays high to kind of get that, and I think the players, the veterans know what pressure is on at this point of the season. The youngsters are excited to play at this part of the season, so it's a good combination of everything. I think right now we're just enjoying our football, while at the same time having the highest standard mentality that you can probably have.
It's been 4 goals tonight, and there's been many goals in the Champions League this season, a total of 36 in 11 games. Why don't we take a look at them while we wait for Hansi Flick to go to Marc's position. Just goals galore this season in the Champions League, and of course we want more to come. Long gone seems the day.
I was going to say this Monaco
against Monaco, our only defeat this season in the Champions League. That day, Lamine Yamal scored his first ever Champions League goal. We did end up losing that game, in which Eddie Garcia got sent off, and we played with 10 for almost the entirety of the
Definitely
game.
forgot about that.
Wow.
Young Boys was the second game, and the first game at home, and it was a 5-0 rout, guys. I mean, that was where the goals started.
That was when scoring 5 goals in a game came as a shock.
Yeah.
It was like, oh man, look at what we did.
Yeah. Íñigo Martínez got his first goal as in the Champions League. Here, Rafinha also contributed to the scoring. It's been all across the board as well in this Champions League. Contributions coming from different players.
Yeah, it has. Yeah, Íñigo's got through a few in the Champions League. He scored against Red Star Belgrade as well, didn't he? We'll see that in a moment. So,
I think I thought of another player who hasn't scored yet this season.
Ooh.
I mean, has he? I don't even think Christensen hasn't played, has he?
Christensen only played in the
one game.
Valencia game 1 of the season,
right?
And hasn't played since. So
if you want to count that,
it's unfair.
You can.
But number 3, yeah.
But everybody else, Pablo Torres got one, right?
Pablo's got a few, yeah.
Well, yeah,
two
he's with
against
the
Sevilla.
Copa, yeah. Yeah.
On Villarreal.
I think it's Ansu, Hector Ford, and if you want to count Christensen, yeah. That young boys game ended with an unfortunate own goal, 5-0 in that game 2 of the season in the Champions League, and the following was that fantastic night in October against Bayern Munich. Maybe a score that can be misleading, because it was a game in which Barca played mostly on the counter-attack.
Yeah.
How strange was that first half until Barca went 2-1 up. I mean, Bayern put us under severe pressure there. I think that was maybe when the high line was properly exposed. Credit to Bayern. I thought they dealt with that really well. But Barca bounced back, and again, what they've been this season is ruthless. I've loved that about us this season, especially him, Lewandowski. I know he's helped massively with that, obviously 40 goals, but Fermin linked up well that day too. This, I felt like was maybe our first proper statement win of the season. We beat Real Madrid 3 days later as well at the Bernabeu.
It was a dark history haunting us as well,
Yeah, we had dark history with Bayern Munich.
Lay down a marker that day, and of course, could be, depending on second legs.
We're seeing the highlights against Bayern Munich, and Marc Brau is standing next to Hansi Flick. Seems fitting. Marc!
And I feel him very, very close. He asked me at the before the game, how was I? And I said, I was very excited. So, question. How are you, Hansi, right now? How happy are you with the team, with the score, and with the incredible night that you achieved tonight here?
I'm happy. I think we made a really good match. Performance was good, but also in some points we have to make it better. So I was not happy with the mistakes we make, because it's where is that? No. With the mistakes I made, because this is what they love. Dortmund is really a good team when they get the ball and counter attacking, but we defend very well, and also especially in the second half. And I'm happy about the result and also with the performance.
You're talking during all the season that it's important for the team to learn from the things that you have not done good, but to go for the other team just when it's the moment. It seems that today the team grows up in every minute. So 1 into the halftime, second goal scored just after the halftime. But it seems that it was a moment that Barca played better than Borussia, and you go for it. So this is one of the things that you want the most for your team.
Yeah, I think at the end it's like you invest a lot of in the first half, and we create chances, but you score only 1 goal. So for me it's more like that. So we had a lot of chances, and now we have to finish it. We have to finish it better. This is what we have to learn.
The last one, I listened to you in one of the interviews, said that of course nothing is done. So do you think that one of the most important thing is just to keep all your players, all the team focused about what you have to do in Dortmund next week, not to think about this 4-0?
No, I think we always work really hard. We train hard, and also in the match we have to perform well, and this is what it is, and I think in every match we have to do this. It's just how we want to play, how our mentality is. Always focus on that, what we want to do, and of course 4-0 is a good result. But we have to play there, and I know the stadium is fantastic. The fans from Dortmund are fantastic, and and also the team is not bad.
The fans can be happy, as you said in Madrid.
Our fans are happy. Hopefully, yeah, I think so.
Thank you very much, and congrats, Hansi.
You're welcome. Thanks.
Thanks as always for attending us after the game. I want to make him an inside joke, because remember what happened in the last La Copa game, that he said, just a few seconds when he finished our interview, he came to me and he said, we have to be focused, but the fans can be happy. And this is the reason, because I asked him this. But yeah, as you can see, he's very happy, Hansi. He was very close to me. He was joking with me, but of course, he only wants a microphone of Barca 1, because the moment he said no, it's because another journalist tried to put the microphone, but this is our exclusive interview.
And Marc, I think we're not going to have any more players, and of course we've listened to Hansi Flick. So for you now, it's before going to Dortmund, focus on Saturday, Leganés. against Super Pepino.
Yeah, well,
company.
different scenarios are in it. So, okay, but I have to say that I've been many times to Leganés and they treat us very, very well. And of course, when you have 2 games like that, Leganés and Dortmund, so different in the teams you have to face and in different scenarios with the biggest stadium in Germany from one of the smallest stadiums in Spain, it could be difficult maybe to focus. But I think that for this game, it's important to put our players what happened in the game here in Montjuic, because it was very frustrating, that game. Leganés beat us that day 1-0. Barça hit the post 2 times. Dimitri Roberts, the goalkeeper, made an incredible performance. So I think that the extra motivation for the team, it has to be that Leganés, in fact, we didn't win them, and also we haven't scored any goal to them this season. So for sure, it will be a very important game, especially because we have to explain that we will play before Real Madrid. So it will be an extra pressure for Real Madrid to win the game against Leganés and to reach the game against Borussia Dortmund with another win in La Liga. So as you say, the 2 consecutive games that we have, it will be away. Next Saturday in Leganés, we're going to see from this stadium of Madrid.
Thank you very much, Marc. We will see you there. We will see you for that game against Leganés on Saturday. And there's the tweet by the Barca account. Hansi doesn't shout, he orchestrates. And Hansi, by the way, when Marc was recapping after the interview, I was more interested in the interaction that was going on behind him.
Yeah,
Actually listening to Marc, I wonder what was going on there.
Yeah.
But Hansi, a satisfied coach today, but not completely satisfied.
No, he's
100%.
The man's never going to be satisfied.
He's got such high standards, isn't he? But I think that's exactly what means Barca win games like these 4-0.
Yeah.
And you could, the camera went to him so many times in the first half, and you could see he was visibly frustrated, Hansi Flick. It was something he wasn't liking something about how his team were playing. And we're probably at home thinking, we're doing okay, actually. But he's got those standards, and that's what's got us this point of the season, alive in every competition and doing very well in these competitions too, scoring a ridiculous amount of goals. And long may that continue. You know, that's we love that as fans. And then when we see a coach like that who demands so much of the players, so I love that.
But he's not rigid entirely. Like he is able to have fun. He is able to enjoy the moments.
You can tell.
And I think that reflects on the team as well. Is that, you know, today, what was it? Alejandro Valde and Lamine Yamal celebrated the goal, you know, dancing. But that doesn't take away from their focus. The balance between enjoying the football, enjoying the moments, but also maintaining that very, very high standard, I think is probably the best combination that any football team could have.
We've got the results on our screens right now. Of course, yesterday, Inter Milan beat Bayern Munich, and that is the tie that will tell us which team we would face in a hypothetical semi-final.
Hypothetical.
Which looks closer than it did 2 hours ago.
Basically.
Yes. There's still a return game to be played. Inter Milan beat Bayern Munich away from home, so things looking good for them. Of course, it is Bayern Munich, and they are a very talented team. So we'll see what happens in the return game. Arsenal 3, Real Madrid 0, a game that we, I think, all kept an eye on yesterday. And PSG beat Aston Villa today. They did go 1-0 down and had to come back 3 goals by PSG to win that game. And we were speaking of Hansi Flick, who we are waiting for in the press room. That is how we will end this show today. And I think we were talking about how he keeps his players focused and how he keeps them motivated and the work he has to do there. I think there'll have to be a little bit of work in that game that is crucial in the race for La Liga, but they get sandwiched in between these 2 Champions League games against the side from the bottom half of the table that, yes, has beaten us this season, but there is a risk there of going out and thinking, okay, we'll get this done. Crucial game which can put us 7 points clear of Real Madrid and put the pressure on them.
Yeah. Can I just make one prediction for that game? And it's pretty random, but it's just my prediction.
Yeah, do it.
Eric is going to start that game.
Oh, okay.
That's my prediction.
Eric Garcia?
Yeah. Okay. No, Eric.
Eric's the other one?
Christian Eriksen. No, I think, I don't know, it's just a hunch. Just a hunch.
Okay.
That's
you think rotations?
That's all I got. Yes, to an extent, because it does seem, it seems risky, but man, you could rotate a few people out if you needed to. Like, I don't know if you're going to start Lewandowski on Tuesday now.
I don't know. I don't know what
I think he goes full strength against Dortmund.
I was going to say the same. I would probably say maybe rotations on the weekend. But I think Trident, no subs. Defensive line, no subs. Midfields.
Rotate.
Maybe. Frankie, no.
It's really hard to say right now because I think Mark has it right. For all of us have been talking, I think Mark is the one who's got the most level head right now in saying, just get the job done.
Yeah.
Just get it done. However you need to get it done, make sure you're in the race. That's what's most important when it all comes down to the semi-final.
I'm expecting quite a few changes at Leganes, I think.
I would assume so. Not big. I wouldn't say big rotations because we still need to get the job done. But in a few key positions, especially looking forward to Dortmund, maybe Araujo starts instead of Cubarsí or Inigo.
Let me ask you, who, if you had to pick the best 11 for pressing purposes, which is what you would want to do against Dortmund on Tuesday constantly, who are your best pressers? Do you put Ferran over Lewandowski? I'm not talking about strongest 11. I'm talking about to apply the press.
I would say
70 minutes.
The only change I would do would potentially be Fermin for Gavi.
Yeah.
Fermin's a good runner as well without the ball, but obviously Gavi's the king of it, yeah?
Yeah, that's the thing. Gavi is the king over Fermin, and I think Gavi complements Pedri a lot better than Fermin does.
It's a lot of changes that can be made, and Hansi has shown that he's not scared of making them. He's not scared of making them. Are we good? Is it midnight already?
It is?
We're good to show the highlights.
Show them, baby! Come on!
We're good to show them. I think it's worth it. Hansi Flick has not stepped into the press room.
Yes,
so let's show it. Let's do it. I mean, we're allowed to. It's got midnight. We scored 4 goals in the first leg of the Champions League quarterfinals. And I did say before, Lamine Yamal had an excellent start to the game. That was the chance in this one. The little elastica on the shot with no angle.
Flip-flop.
Yeah.
Look at that.
I still think you should have passed, but why not?
Well, but I mean, when you're full of confidence, just take it. Here, another chance for Barca, and look at it. It's just like the 6th minute. Barca came out guns blazing.
Yeah, they were flying, which is exactly what we had asked them to do, and they did it really well, and ultimately got their reward.
I don't think we've talked enough about 2 things. One, how the play was set up and how it came from the drawing board, this first goal, and 2, how Rafinha stole the goal from penalty.
Yeah.
Incredible. I think you guys all agreed that we were all saying.
Oh no! Yeah.
Because the freeze frame looked like he was offside.
Yep.
And when we saw the replays and he had touched it, we were all thinking, oh no.
And then there was this weird goal.
Yeah, sort of weird. Yeah. Lewandowski with the header. Fermin's shot that hit the post. It was just a barrage of chances for Barca, really and truthfully. Now looking back at it, here Lewandowski with the chance, saved again by the keeper. Lamine Yamal cross inside. Fermin had this one blocked as well. It's just never ending. 64th
really
minute, and here finally Barca made it 3-0. Pass into space to Fermin, and Lewandowski coming into the box with a fantastic strike. Nothing that the keeper could do.
It was coming, that 3rd goal.
Yeah.
There were a few chances before that, and Dortmund were just pinned in, and I think Barca could smell blood.
Yeah.
And then they got that 4th on the breakaway when Dortmund committed just too many bodies forward.
Lamine Yamal poking it in. Final chances. Here's the double block.
Yeah.
Double block with Ronald Araujo, and Barca getting the job done in style at the Olympic Stadium in Montjuic. And we're going to leave it here, guys, after seeing the goals. Because Hansi Flick is in the press room. I am seeing you, Spence, on Saturday.
I will see you on Saturday.
I am seeing you, Alex.
Next week for the return leg.
Oh, you're here for the return game. And I'll see you, Pablo. I'm guessing Saturday, because you're on tomorrow. I'm not.
Yeah, okay, right.
You're off Friday. I'm
You're
not.
on.
So I'll see you Saturday, Pablo.
Saturday is all right.
Pleasure to have you here on the post-game show. And guys, what a magical night it's been. Let's hope that it is, well, not the first of many, but one more of many to come in this Champions League run. We'll be back on Saturday for the Leganes game. We're leaving you with the Hansi Flick press conference. See you Saturday. Visca el Barça.
De Mireia, sí.
Hola, Hansi. Bona nit. Mireia Ruiz en directe a la TDT de Catalunya Ràdio. Hi ha alguna cosa que es pugui fer millor de cara a la tornada del que s'ha fet?
Something that you could do better in the next game that you didn't do today?
Gibt einiges, ja.
Yeah,
Ja, es gibt einiges. Also,
There's a few things.
Klar, das Ergebnis war
Obviously, the result
wir haben auch gut gespielt,
was great. We played well. We executed at a high level,
teilweise doch zu viele Fehler gemacht.
but we made too many mistakes, and that's what we need to work on. We need to improve, especially against a team like Dortmund, who have a lot of quality, offensive quality. They are fast.
Für die ist es natürlich dann spielt ihnen die Karten. Und wir haben gut verteidigt.
But we defended well.
Verteidigt, aber auch mit Ball war das schon auf einem sehr, sehr hohen Niveau.
But
sehr zufrieden.
We executed at a high level in general, and I'm satisfied. I'm happy about that. What's the best aspect of this result? Given the tight calendar, are you able to maybe rest? You're unable to rest some players, so physically, how have the players finished that game? Are any of the players banged up?
Nein, also ist mir jetzt nicht bekannt, dass ein Spieler angeschlagen ist. Im Gegenteil, sind alle gut durchgekommen.
All the players finished the game well.
Das erste Spiel ein gutes Ergebnis, aber wir müssen noch in Dortmund
For game one, this is a good result. We still need to play in Dortmund. I know Dortmund. I know how supportive the home fans will be.
Und da müssen wir genauso fokussiert
And
sein.
we'll need to be just as focused as tonight. That's important.
Auch jetzt gegen Leganés, dann
Of course, we have a tough game now against Leganés. And every 3-4 days we're going to play a game.
Aber wir müssen natürlich gucken, wie es ausschaut.
We need to see
wer auch für Leganés eine Option ist. Ich denke,
how things continue at Leganés. We'll see
übermorgen ist es einfach auch wichtig, dass die
tomorrow or the next day how the players will prepare ahead of that match.
Ich schätze sehr, wie professionell sie auch sind.
I appreciate how professional my players are.
Ja, einfach alles dafür tun, damit
They do
wieder da sind.
everything possible to be ready for the next game.
Das sind die Dinge, die wir
Those are the things that a coach appreciates.
Hola, mister. Buenas noches. Adrián Loets en directo en el larguero de la serie, Moguts de Ser Cataluña. Hemos visto cómo Lamine Yamal le pedía el cambio.
We saw how Lamine Yamal asked for the substitution. Could you please clarify whether it's because of if he was banged up or because he wanted Ansu Fati to get some minutes? Lamine and me, we always communicate. He played a lot of minutes in these last games, so it was important to have him rest a bit. He said initially he wanted to continue to play, then he said he wanted to rest. And we then took the according measures. I would have I would have put in Ansu yes or yes. He deserved it. You managed to beat the Champions League runners-up 4-0. Do you have a sense that you are coaching the side most in form of Europe? I like to focus on my team. So far, things have gone really well. We can improve in certain aspects. We need to work on some aspects to improve them. And we need to analyze tonight's game. But I have to say that we played very well. The team managed to play very well and execute at a high level. But we can improve, yes. Like I said, I'm happy with tonight's result and the game. But this was just the first step. The second step is coming.
Buenas noches, Josep, capitán de Radio Nacional. Felicidades por la victoria. Hay veces en las que se ve a los jugadores, no estos, no los suyos, pero jugadores sobre un terreno de juego.
If you look at your players,
bien, sufriendo, ¿le da la sensación de que sus jugadores disfrutan haciendo lo que están haciendo? Disfrutan con
sometimes you see players not enjoying the game, but your players are clearly enjoying themselves very much. Yeah, for me that's part of the game. My players have to enjoy playing football. We play very focused and goal-oriented. We try to be in the right position at the right time and be connected. That's what we train for, both offensively and defensively. We press our opponents, we put them under pressure. If you ask me, yeah, I think like the sense I have from training as well, that everybody is enjoying playing football. I'm having a good time playing with this team. And that's why we are able to produce results like we did tonight. It's a joy to watch.
Sí. Hola, soy yo Flick.
Okay, sorry.
Xavi Lemus de Televisió de Catalunya. Què sent un entrenador com vostè quan té una davantera com la d'avui del Barça amb Rafinha, Lamine i Lewandowski, que és capaç de fer 4 gols?
When you have players like Rafinha, Lamine and Lewandowski able to score 4 goals, what do you feel as a coach? What's the sense for a coach to have such players available? Yeah, that's one of our strengths. We have these players, but we can also go through the midfield or through the flanks. These are players that are executing at a high level right now. And generally speaking, my squad are going through a great phase. And also the players that I substitute players, they show that they're able to instantly produce and execute. Of course, we can improve in certain aspects. That's what we need to work on, and we are working on that. And the team is able to translate these practices in the games. Ansu Fati, what has the process been? He hasn't played since the 4th of January. Have you spoken to him this week that he was going to get some minutes, and where did he improve to have this opportunity? I've spoken several times with Ansu, what I'm expecting from him these last weeks. He's been training really hard. These are the things that we want to see as a coach. I never promise anything if a player will get minutes or not. Depends on how the game evolves and if we need his input. And today, given the result 4-0, it was obvious that we also wanted to give him minutes and able to execute what he has been training on. And he absolutely deserved it today.
Buenas noches, señor Flick. Víctor Lozano en directo para el Radio Estadio de Noche de Onda Cero. El trabajo ahora, y bendito trabajo dirá alguno, es concienciar al equipo de que en el fútbol pueden pasar muchas cosas y que un 4-0 es casi definitivo, pero no
football,
definitivo.
Anything can happen. 4-0 is definitive, but not completely. What is the message to your players now? First, we're going to focus on Leganés, and that's what I'm going to talk about with my players. The league, we want to win it, but for that we need to win in Leganés. Like I said before, right now with 4-0, everything's looking bright. But we need to continue just as focused and concentrated and play as well next week in Dortmund. Because that's important, that we show our quality in each and every single game.
Hola, mister. ¿Qué tal? Alex Pintarel de Relevo. Felicidades por la victoria. Le quería preguntar por una jugada al final del partido. Prácticamente hay un balón largo
to ask you about one of the last games, as it plays of the game.
¿Qué significa para un entrenador ver ese tipo de jugadas?
What does it mean to see that 92nd minute, the team winning 4-0 and your team is still pressing high?
Das ist die Art und Weise, wie wir Fußball spielen wollen. Und ich glaube,
That's how we play football.
Gerade Rafa heute auch wieder gezeigt,
I
wie
think
wichtig er ist, die Dynamik, die
Rafa
dann immer wieder
shows
startet.
and leads by
Das
example.
tut der Mannschaft gut. Aber da muss
It's
sie
good for the squad.
gerade gegen den Ball Druck auszuüben. Da macht jeder Einzelne mit und ohne
When we press for the ball, the whole team needs to press.
nicht so funktionieren, wie wir das
When,
vorhaben.
if it doesn't work, if we don't execute that way, it doesn't work. So it's just important that every player and every minute and every second presses the same way to keep the opponent away from our goal.
Buenas noches, Mr. Jordi Blanco de ESPN. Felicidades por la victoria. Le han metido 4 goles al Bayern de Múnich y 4 goles al Borussia Dortmund.
You scored 4 goals against Bayern Munich and 4 goals against Borussia Dortmund.
Levantaba bastantes dudas en el entorno del club.
The preseason, there were still some doubts. Did you expect reaching the month of April, being in this position and having the team, but also the fans enjoy your football this much?
Ich sehe die Dinge immer positiv und
I try to be positive. I always look on the bright side.
Wir haben die Mannschaft analysiert, wir haben die
I said
Spieler
before, we
von Barça B, Barça Athletic haben wir analysiert und wir waren das, was wir gesehen
we focus on our opponent. I got some Barça B, Barça Athletic players also to train with us.
So dass das einen in den Schoß fällt, sondern es sind Dinge, die einfach auch tagtäglich immer wieder
Tactics are things that
erarbeitet werden müssen.
we need to work on.
Von daher glaube ich, war es natürlich enorm wichtig, dass
It was
wir
very
eine
important
Phase hatten, auch
we went through a phase where
nach Ende des Jahres, wo wir dann
nearing the end of the year,
nach einem guten Spiel gegen Atletico,
where after a good game against Atletico, we still lost that match, to allow us to start the new year with goals, with focus on the title runs, the Super Cup. We won that, and it was very important. And that's where the team started to regenerate that confidence, that seeing that the things that we practice in our training sessions translated good results in the game. We won the game. What's important as well is that the confidence levels are high in these situations. Right now I have the feeling that the team are able to find the right answers given the different scenarios that play out during the game.
Hola, señor Flick, felicidades por la victoria. Rafinha lleva 12 goles, 7 asistencias, es el líder de la Champions tanto en goles como
12 goals, 7 assists for Rafinha, the leader in that regard of the team in the Champions League. Are you surprised with how well he's playing and executing?
Wie gesagt, ich habe ihn gesehen, ich habe immer gedacht, dass
I always thought that he was an extraordinary player. He's shown that in every season.
In fast allen Spielen. Ist immer da, ist ein
He's
Vorbild
always there.
für viele.
He's an example for
Die Mannschaft mit seiner
many of his
Dynamik
teammates.
Und, also von daher bestätigt er einfach nur das, was mein erster Eindruck war, als ich ihn
And it just reaffirms what my initial impressions were of him.
Gracias, buena nit.
Thank you and good night.